Okay.
Like an absolute amateur, I realized my volume on my phone was on. Turned it off. We're safe. You don't have to hear my R2-D2 notification sound.
Hey man, it's Kevin Smith.
Hey, this is Jay Music.
Hey, I'm Scott Snyder.
I'm Cena Grace.
And you're listening
to the Absolute Geek.
The Absolute Geek.
Absolute Geek.
Absolute Geek Podcast.
Check it out, Snoogans.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Absolute Geek Podcast. My name is Matt, and tonight with me, I have two very special guests and a very special Corbin as we get ready to talk Crisis on Infinite podcasts, our review of the Crisis on Infinite Earths, well, the first three parts of Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover event. Guys, go ahead and introduce yourselves. I don't want to steal your thunder. I know you've both been here before, but you know the drill.
All right, well, I guess I'll start. And I was dancing earlier, so I'll keep doing it. Ooh, ooh. I am Max from Couch Crunchers.
And I am Mike from the Grizzled Geek.
Yeah, you guys know Mike as the Grizzled Geek, the all-knowing Grizzled Geek. You know, you go to Grizzled Geek
for the facts.
For the facts, that's
facts.
right.
It's true, man. Mike comes into our show and he's always fact-checking us. And you know what? I have to ask you live on air right now, man. Are you just that knowledgeable about Star Wars, or are you like Googling stuff as we're recording?
I would like to say that my Google flu is strong, but unfortunately, I am that big a geek that
that's more.
I do have that information.
Like you know, I'm a pretty big Star Wars geek, and you know some stuff that I don't know. I'm like, dang, man, I didn't know the name of that like blaster. Like you knew the name of like the blaster cannon in the first episode of The Mandalorian.
That's from the old West End D6 role-playing game, Star Wars.
Ah, okay.
I know that equipment list. I know. I'm that kind of geek.
That's awesome.
But so yeah, we are talking Crisis on Infinite Earths tonight, as well as other things. Kyle will be joining us. We're going to play a little bit of switcheroo. Kyle will join us after the Crisis talk, and Corbin will bounce. But Kyle's just deciding to be an absolute pain in the ass, and doesn't want to get on because he didn't watch Crisis. So
that's sad, Kyle. I'm sad for you.
Yeah, he acts like he doesn't know about it. But so Crisis on Infinite Earths, what were your guys' thoughts on the crossover? Were you excited for it? Are you excited by what we've gotten so far?
First of all, the fact that Kyle hasn't watched this is a crisis on infinite ignorance.
Ooh, clever. I love it. I love
it.
But I guess since I'm talking, I'll just go ahead and say what I thought.
I was waiting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm loving it so far. Admittedly, the third episode, the one that just came out a couple nights ago, has been my least favorite of the three. But all three of them, I think, have been really solid. I haven't read the entire comic book arc. I was enjoying it so much. I did read the first issue and the 12 issue arc. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it, man. The cameos have been a blast. Like episode 1 and 2 had me giggling in my seat. Like I'm just sitting here in my office watching this, like giggling to myself because I was having so much fun seeing freaking Kevin Conroy as Batman in live action. Like honestly, though, what was funny is I almost got more goosebumps when he was just speaking and I couldn't see him because I'm so used to his voice, as the character. But it was so cool seeing him in person.
Yeah, I really thought that Conroy's cameo was huge. All Batman fans, I'm sure, was like immediately like, oh my god, like anxiously anticipating that. But for me, that was great. But you said it, all the cameos so far, even the brief ones. I mean, you had the Batman '89 shout out. You had Burt Ward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Titans were even on it.
Titans were in it for a sec. I like the Birds of Prey shout out since that really sort of started this whole CW universe. People forget that was the show that was the first kind of DC affiliate type deal. And it's been really, really good. The storyline, I mean, for those who read the comics, it's the same basic premise. The comics get way deeper and a lot more character notes and everything the TV show obviously couldn't do, both for the compressed style as well as the fact that the characters are different and everything else and how they play. But I liked how they kind of basically got right down to it. And they've kept this like taut kind of storyline, not a whole lot of filler. And I guess you really can't do that. But with the amount, and with the amount they've had, it's had time for these character notes for us to better develop these characters. You know, I've been following the Batwoman TV show specifically, and some of that, you know, her even being caught up in this after having gone for Alice, and her having that moment with Supergirl, several moments where they're building their two relationship, and Kate mentioning how, hey, listen, I've been in a bad space too, you know, my sister killing my stepmom and framing my dad and everything there just to connect with Kara more. I don't know. I really enjoyed that you're able to keep this just huge world-defining storyline and still make time for these character moments while not taking away from the story or making it feel like it's going on too long.
Kind of keeping with Crisis, before we let Mike talk about his, I have a cameo right now for you guys. There he is.
Whoa!
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
He is here.
The man
Are you drinking a
Couldn't
beer?
stay away.
Yes, I am drinking a beer.
Wow.
Welcome, Kyle.
I've downgraded.
I wouldn't say that.
I've downgraded. I'm drinking water.
I will say one thing though. Has anyone had problems or wondered or why I feel like the music throughout all of the episodes has been louder in some cases than the actual dialogue, or is that just me?
It's just you.
I think
I'm just joking. I didn't watch any of them.
I haven't had that issue.
Okay, then it's just me. Jeez, my fault. Now I'm embarrassed I brought it up.
It's just whatever third-party streaming app you're trying to watch it on.
I'm literally watching it on
CW. However you're pirating it.
Yeah, the CW app is atrocious. That's probably why.
It's COTS. The CW app is trash. I think you said it, Max, on Facebook. It's 45 minutes of ads.
It is. A 45-minute episode takes an hour and a half. I can't do it. I'm interested enough in freaking Crisis that I've just been buying the episodes on Vudu the day after they come out. Like,
they're good.
$3 an episode.
Release them on DVD.
Yeah. Well, they will eventually, but yeah.
Oh, I mean, just straight up. Yeah, I get you. But yeah. What have been your thoughts, though, Matt? You've been kind of quiet on that.
Well, I was gonna let Mike go ahead and give his thoughts. I didn't mean to cut him off.
Oh, my fault. My fault.
You don't care what I think,
Mike. I didn't know to cut you off. I'm sorry. I'm down.
No, I'm telling you, I didn't realize I needed Brandon Routh as Superman again as much as I did after seeing him. I'm like, oh, okay, that's him as the Kingdom Come Superman. Just made the whole thing. I mean, obviously, it's great. I love the first 3 episodes so far, but I think he was the highlight. Just seeing him again as Superman and how he looks in that costume, I'm just like, okay, yeah. And the fact that he's reprising that role, which kind of makes it Christopher Reeve Superman in here, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
I mean, it clearly
actually referenced it several times now, as far as the movies and what happened there. So I think it's perfect.
Right. That makes it special.
So. Yeah. I hope that they have him as Kingdom Come Superman more in the future.
Oh, yeah.
I would love if they did like a show off of that or something. I mean, because I know, but it would be amazing because you're right. Like have him be the new I forgot the actor's name, but the 90s Flash, like have him be the new recurring star from an older,
I like that. That's a good idea.
You know? Yeah, John Wesley Shipp.
There you go. Exactly. Yes. Thank you.
Corbin, you said something good. I'm proud of you.
Finally.
It's only been 6 months. I'm trying my best, Max. Here's to another. And a happy new year.
Matt's being too quiet, so I figured I'd roast you for a second.
I appreciate it.
That's usually Kyle's job is roasting people, so
he's been kind to me, but except when he's drunk. Oh, that's every show. No.
Oh, he's getting it.
Okay, you know what that reminded me of, Kyle? The way you picked it up.
Kyle, are you wearing an Avengers hoodie, Kyle?
Oh yeah.
Look at this guy.
Nice.
I'm about to travel in time, bitches. Get me some fucking Infinity Stones. I'll be right back.
Styling and profiling.
I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the show, so I was in here in the beginning.
Right. Go back and watch the episodes.
Is that how you got that Gentleman Jack? You went back to last week and took it from time?
Yes, sir.
There you go. my thoughts on Crisis. I loved it. I've loved all 3 episodes. I really haven't found an episode I don't like yet. I love the cameos. I love the twists that we've got, the different takes on Kingdom Come, especially the Kingdom Come Batman. And I love the kind of the mix up from what I'm speculating is you get your first look at Tom Welling in the Superman outfit when he's laying there in the rubble with the current Supergirl's Lois Lane sitting over top of him, like crying for the death of Superman.
That was Tom Welling?
It looks a lot like him.
Oh, I didn't notice.
So if it's not him, my bad, but it looks exactly like him.
Yeah, I'm leaning. Yeah, that's kind of neat. If so,
I love all the cover recreations, just like that.
Yeah, that was cool. Seeing the death of Superman like covered like that was awesome.
And I loved and I feel like as an old Smallville fan that Smallville finally got the ending it deserved. And it got its just due with that short scene. So
yeah, I wanted to see more, but I did like what they did. I enjoyed that a lot.
But
so how's the pacing of it? How are they pacing this?
I think the pacing is good. Like Corbin was saying it earlier, like there's not really been a ton of dull moments. It's not a lot of filler, just good story, but there's still enough time to focus on characters. And I don't know, man. I've been loving it. I'm curious to see where they're going to go with the next 2 episodes, though.
So did you read the trade or the comics before?
No, I've only read the first issue.
I know you did, Mike.
Yeah.
I think that you have this. I don't think you say crisis. So you didn't really have enough. I don't think you have enough time to kind of mess around with it. You only have 5 episodes to really get this entire story across. If we're going into the comics, that was a 12-issue series, and each one was packed. It wasn't like these books were small individual ones. They were full brim to brim with character development and story and keeping that storyline.
No name actors.
And no name. You're funny. So for them to do that, you have to kind of cut to the chase. But I like the way that they're balancing getting straight to the story and keeping that going. They've been teasing it all year. They've been teasing it since last year, while still giving us these moments between Oliver Queen and his daughter, between Kara and Kate Kane, between each of their superheroes and their respective older. I don't know if it's the doppelgangers, but the ones who paved the way. So you had John Wesley Ship Flash with this current Barry Allen Flash, and they had their moment. And each one kind of gets their time, which I think is amazing how they're able to definitely manage the homage that we have come to expect or wanted to expect from this great series to these other older characters over time, while also still developing the ones that are currently going on, while also still continuing the story, which we already kind of understand is basic. Worlds are colliding, they're being destroyed. It's a bunch of superheroes who have to save them with the Monitor, and the Anti-Monitor's now in the mix. Lex Luthor. I like John Cryer's return as Lex Luthor and that twist on it. And I think that him playing the Agent of Chaos in that is amazing, and it makes it something fresh and something different that it already was. So I'm really enjoying it. But I think for most of us fans, it's kind of what we kind of wanted to expect. We didn't really expect anything huge of Avengers level, but for CW, for us TV fans who watch this every Sunday through Wednesday, this is kind of what we were hoping for, right?
Yeah, and I like the fact that it has some elements from the actual comics too, like the antimatter cannon and the Flash's power ring, and they had the Flash's death. I mean, there's 2 major deaths that came out of that series. It was Supergirl and Flash. And we already got our Flash death.
And I feel like Oliver Queen's almost like the surrogate one for Supergirl in that sense. Although that twist of bringing him back was a nice, odd kind of side mission thing to me. I didn't really totally get why
they make him a Spectre. I don't know. Make him a Spectre.
That's what I thought.
Something has to happen though, because he still has 3 episodes left of his show until their series finale. Unless the series finale of the show takes place before Crisis or something.
So I think it's 2 episodes, because I think their Crisis episode is in January when they come back from break. So it's their Crisis episode, and then he's got a 2-hour finale.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
3 episodes.
To the new. Oh, my phone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just saying it's 3 episodes, but one of them's technically Crisis. So.
But with him becoming Spectre now, so I was shocked with his death right off the first episode.
Yeah.
But I feel like he went out like a punk. I feel like he went out way too easily.
I kind of agree.
For the way they built him up. Yeah.
Yeah. Off-screen death.
Right.
You
And
can't go that way.
Ah, lame.
and then they come up with the idea to drop him in the Lazarus pit, and then they bring Constantine into it, which I thought was cool. And then they go to purgatory, and you've got Lucifer. Like
That was cool.
They have to go to Lucifer to help obtain Oliver's soul. So it was really cool the way they've set everything up, and I kind of felt like Oliver was going to be a bigger player in this than killing him off right away. But I didn't see Spectre. I didn't see the Spectre twist coming. That was
honestly, that's like my only disappointment is that Oliver isn't playing a bigger role. Like you've got Sarah Lance as a Paragon, but Arrow isn't. You know, like I mean, it's fine. I get it. Arrow's on its way out, but I'm a little disappointed. The guy who started the Arrowverse isn't playing a bigger role in the biggest crossover.
well, kind of.
I agree.
Ipso facto, though, he is though, because Spectre is a huge part in the Crisis event.
Okay.
And
I'm not as upset about that as the Jonah Hex that we got. I was hoping a better Jonah Hex cameo. He didn't have the scars.
Yeah, the no scars Jonah Hex.
Yeah, I'm like, that was the actor didn't want to wear the makeup.
But I like that. I like that anywhere where Sarah Lance was like, "You're gonna get these anyway," and she just cuts him. You know.
Yeah.
But I just feel like compared to previous crossovers, like Crisis on Earth X that they did last year, this has been just nonstop fun, and I think the cameos have a lot to do with that.
Oh yeah, no,
Absolutely.
I liked last year's Crisis on Earth X. I think was a very good crossover as well, but this one is even better. Like this is definitely probably the best thing CW's put out with these shows.
Oh yeah, they've gone above and
You
beyond.
don't think this would have been a better movie? 2 movies?
I don't know. I mean, if you had the budget for it, sure, it would have been a really cool movie. But
also,
I think it's been really good too.
That world building too, that story building, that like you said, like Max, it's all like making the movies and building that continuity and all leading up to that. The CW shows have been doing this for 10 years now. They've been building up to this point. It's been measured, it's been paced, a couple missteps here and there, but the payoff now is so much better than it would be if the movies did this. And let's say they did, one more a Batman movie and one more, I don't know, let's say Shazam sequel, and then they put this out. We don't have that equity built yet.
You don't want the DCFU messing with this. Keep this on TV.
There you go. That's a good one.
The DCFU.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but what do you think? Okay, so my question, I don't want to segue just out of the blue, just an actual curious question. Like, where do you guys see it heading off to now? Do you think Lex Luthor is really that big, that much? I'm losing my word here. Do you think he's that much more of like a big part of this, or is it just like a really convenient way to use John Cryer to kind of get him into this next face-off against the Anti-Monitor?
Oh, I think he is. Like, that was a huge twist. I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, no.
I agree. He's going to be a big part. I mean, are we going spoilers? It sounds like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, he freaking disintegrated Kingdom Come Superman to become the Paragon. So
yeah,
you took Superman out. Lex is going to play a big role. I mean
that. Yeah. I love John Cryer as Lex Luthor too. Like he might be one of my most favorite iterations, like of actual Lex Luthor, not the funny guy back in the 70s.
Michael Rosenbaum's still my favorite, but yeah.
My biggest gripe with the crossover though is how they're dispatching people. So like Kevin Conroy, he gets killed because Kane kicks him into a power generator.
Well, here's the thing, like he had to be dispatched some way. He couldn't just kill over because of a heart attack, and they couldn't just leave him once he put out the kryptonite.
That would be cool.
Well, the antimatter would have taken care of him. I mean, his whole world got destroyed. What I was hoping they were doing was what the actual comics did. The whole purpose of the comics was to condense this massive whole bunch of worlds in down to just a few. Right? I was hoping they would actually have, like, when they evacuated Supergirl's world, I was thinking, great, we're actually going to have one world where everybody's on it now, right? Bringing her people over. I figured that's what they were going to use this series for, is kind of like condense all these different worlds, have Black Lightning and Supergirl and Flash and everybody on the same world. That's what I was hoping for, but when they destroyed everything, I'm like, okay, well, it's got to come back at some point. So they're probably not going to do that, but that's what I was hoping.
That's what I was hoping too, but the other part of me, being a logical adult, was like, how can you fit that many people on another Earth? I mean, overpopulation, man. How's that going to work?
True.
But I mean, they're a comic book, so
Yeah.
There has to be a way to merge it, right?
So I have to ask, though, with the debut of Jonathan Kent in this series, are we getting do you think we're going to get a Super Sons show with him and Damian to replace the Leaving Arrow?
Oh God, that would be awesome. Actually, if they do that, I wish they wouldn't do it on CW. I wish they would do it somewhere else.
yeah, I'm ready to be done with CW shows. This crossover has been great, but I'm ready to move away from that and move into the DC Universe stuff.
They've all kind of run their course. I mean, they've been great, but
it seems like though they've gotten to a point of like you go into them knowing, okay, you know everything except Supernatural. Shout out to my brother Lance.
Your twin brother, Lance?
My twin brother. You can't tell us apart. We look the same.
Right.
Is that they've got this formula, and it's just insert formula into show, so you kind of know what's going on before it even really starts. Like once you watch it for a few minutes, these CW shows have become repetitive, and I think that's part of the problem. Like originally it was awesome, and then all of a sudden it just like they just said, okay, we found that this worked the best at this time. Don't stop doing that and keep doing it. And I think that's what made me fall out of like watching Flash, watching Arrow, and then knowing, okay, the rest of these, they're just following this same pattern. And I wouldn't want that to be ruined with Damian and Super Sons. That would be John. That would suck.
Yeah, I think the idea of a show sounds awesome, but I don't want it on the CW.
I think half the intrigue is to see what happens after Fallout, what this landscape looks like after Crisis, and how everything looks.
It looks like all of our yards here in Arizona.
just
rocks.
rocks and dirt and just desolate. So.
That's a good one. I mean, I'm going to push back a little bit. I think Batwoman still has plenty of stories to tell. They haven't even got out of this main LG-esque story that they're already doing with Alice and Kate and everything. There's something to explore there. DC, the Aftermath show with Kevin Smith, they just did the trailer for the Stargirl show is going to be on CW. That was coming from DC Universe. I think that there's time for shows to die off. Yes, Arrow's been going on it's run its course. It's done. Flash is quickly approaching that. Supergirl, I'm not really sure how much more we have to go there. So yes, I think you can let some of these shows go. However, I don't think that should be it. I mean, it's kind of CW has a weird identity. I'm not even going to pretend like I know what that is, but I think there's still room to explore. And I don't think all of the shows are over. So I don't know if it's cool to paint that with a broad brush. I think this evolution, this extent of this universe, this first phase or whatever, if you will, is over. You could almost do it like Marvel's doing to a lesser extent with the end game being of all of those characters. And now some of them will still exist, but we're moving on to other characters. I think you can do that with CW and DC if that's going to continue. And I think it will. I think there's like this weird mess between them, HBO Go and DC Universe, where these properties are kind of shared in a weird way. So I don't know. That's kind of my pushback. I am excited to see though where it goes when this is done. Just because some shows, like Arrow should reach their end, and others like the new Arrow-esque show that's going to be coming out will have its beginning from this event.
Well, I think what's exciting to me is they tease you the Batman v Superman fight that we all want to see, but they're teasing it to you through Batwoman and Supergirl. Like when they're having that face off and Batwoman shows her that she's got the kryptonite, like you're like, okay, it's at some point you're going to get this fight.
Kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Why is it a bummer?
Because you want to see Batman and Superman. You don't want to see the offshoot, the B-side, the fucking the sixth man players come on. You don't want to see the
How many of those have you had?
I like look at Corbin's face right now.
I know. Corbin's face is the best.
You know what? When I go to see a fight, I'm not going to see the undercard. I'm going to see the main fucking event. So why would you sell us the essence of a main event, but it's really kind of just the one that's right before the real one?
Well, I mean, didn't we already see it? Like, I don't even understand. Like, I get that sort of cop at the same time. Like, it's the CW's take on it. We just saw Batman vs Superman. That sucked. It did. It ended on a mom thing. It was stupid. It was fun for like 30 seconds. and then Martha came and just killed everything. It was almost like Kyle was directing it with the way they ended. So at the same time, it's like,
Whoa.
All right.
Nice.
Your mom's name's Martha. My
Thank
name's
you.
Martha. My mom's name's Martha.
and Kyle's
We
like,
just become
let's
best
end the
friends.
fight. Exactly. No, but anyway, I think that I don't like the tease only because you're right. There's no payoff there, and they make up, and I guess that's their own take on World's Finest, and that's fine. I'm not against it, but don't actively promote it like it's something that we should keep an eye on as a storyline thread, and then diffuse it like that without any payoff on there. And honestly, to be fair, I'm glad there wasn't a payoff. It would have been probably too much. I think that in an event for like a mini crossover between the two shows on its own. I don't think that's something you could tie into everything's going on with the Crisis, all the inclusion of these different characters, all the deaths of said different characters, and the Anti-Monitor and the Monitor and Arrow and the Spectre. That's way too much to go on to even have that. So I agree with you that that's a misstep in even teasing the thought of having that. We already jam-packed
They couldn't have it. They have different name moms. So right there, you can't even do it.
Okay. Everyone's going for that.
Your mom's name's Karen? My mom's name's Karen. No, I'm just joking.
That would be the cause for fight. Your mom's name's not Karen? How dare you? And I applaud the kryptonite. But like I also thought it was kind of weak that she pulled it out to show like what she had. Where like, and again, this is why you can't compare it to Batman vs Superman. Bruce Wayne, no way in hell would he have given up that. Even if he was going to be cool with Superman, he wouldn't have said, "Oh, but I have a way to destroy you. I'm just keeping it." And then Supergirl Kara told Kate to keep it. No, that whole situation, you can't look at it as Batman vs Superman because the whole thing wouldn't have happened.
Didn't we already
an uneasy alliance, and Bruce would have kept the kryptonite for a safer time.
Didn't they already kind of figure that out though? In Tower of Babel, they found out that he's got the contingency plan for everyone, and everyone
after he had to use that contingency plan to save everyone.
but
it wasn't like he just revealed, "Oh, by the way, I could end you if I wanted to," like Kate did to Kara, and then
second note.
You show the gun so you don't have to use it, right?
Well, see, Bruce doesn't even show the gun; he just has it.
That's true. He doesn't need to.
Meanwhile, here's what I don't like about Supergirl. A little bit of a tangent here, but Supergirl's the kind of hero that she brings out a big old bazooka and says, "This is my weapon," and then you bring out a gun, and she's like, we have to take all the guns away from you." There's an episode in Supergirl where they take all of the kryptonite and get rid of all of it, and I'm just like,
you don't get kryptonite. You don't get kryptonite.
So now you have all the power, and you cannot be checked. So I thought it was a little weird when she was okay with Batwoman keeping the kryptonite, because there's an episode in Supergirl where she is like deeply hurt that anyone could possibly ever have any kryptonite in their possession, and makes like the DEO or whatever it is get rid of all of their kryptonite. I'm like, what if another Kryptonian comes to Earth and is a threat? You don't want to use kryptonite?
Then you're fucked.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some stuff in Supergirl that drives me crazy. Or when the DEO gets rid of all of their lethal weapons, I'm like, okay, so you're gonna fight these deadly aliens with stun guns.
Like I wish
for making it Chicago.
I wish we would have got to see Batwing too when she goes to the.
I'll show you a Batwing.
I'm sure you will. The Kingdom Come Batman's universe, and you see Fox, and he looks like a drug dealer instead of like a nerd.
I didn't like that at all.
You didn't like that?
No, that smacked all sorts of different to me. Let's just say that.
I'm cool with seeing all of the weird stuff because it's alternate universes. You know what I mean? Like if it was the main universe, maybe I'd be less okay with it. But seeing Batman get killed by a power generator, it's not my favorite, but it's an alternate Batman. Whatever.
Hashtag not my Batman.
Yeah, hashtag not my Batman.
But I think for
that Batman's mom isn't even named Martha.
I think for Kevin Conroy's first time playing a live action Bruce Wayne, he did fantastic.
I agree.
And I like the way that they went darker with it, that he shows that he's gonna do what it takes to get the job done. And he's got the trophies, like he's got Clark's glasses, and he's got the Riddler cane and the Joker card, and and I love the shout out to the Joker without saying his name with Kingdom Come Superman and
Ochre with a J.
Yep, Ochre with a J.
I'm sorry.
You know what I liked about that? What I liked about that is they actually used the actual Alex Ross painting for the picture.
Yeah.
Right? Straight from the comics. I was like, All right, yeah. You say how realistic his paintings are. They actually use the painting for the photo.
Chad says Supergirl has a cry room.
I know your comments are making me laugh over here. I'm trying hard to keep it in. But
Chad's a mess, man. Shout out to Chad.
Her kryptonite is her feelings. Yeah.
Nice.
But
so where are they? Like, I haven't watched the first 3 episodes. So where are they at compared to the comic books?
You didn't watch them?
Fuck no.
What is it? A 9.8 though?
I'm just kidding. Oh wow.
It's 2 couch cushions and a throw pillow.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to distract you. My fault. I was messing with you. What were you saying, Bill?
So whereas, like, okay, the comics are 12. It's 12 issues. So after 3 episodes, so what are they about at issue 7?
You can't really compare them because they've already used like the antimatter cannon death of Flash bit in the 3rd episode, and that's not till like the end of the comic series.
Oh, so they've chopped it up. They've kind of mixed it up in their own CW way.
Yeah, and what they did is they've kind of actually failed in the CW, and they've got to kind of dig their way out now at the end at this next 2 episodes. So I don't know what they're doing exactly, but they did a lot of nods to the comics. There's a ton of nods to the comic, but it's its own story. So
okay.
There are moments in this that feel very Avengers Endgame-esque, though.
Yeah,
like they
totally did.
Yeah, like just how the 3rd episode ends, where they all get sent to like the outer world, or where the anti-monitor can't go, and it's all of the idols or whatever the hell they're called, and Lex Luthor. But like, I didn't see that twist coming, but so it has lots of Avengers Endgame feel to it, which isn't a bad thing, but I have to admit, I saw the Flash death coming a mile away. Like, people are like, "Oh my god, I didn't see that." I was like, "How could you not? Like, you knew it was coming a mile away." The moment I was like, when they see him on the treadmill, and I'm just like, "That's a Flash." And I was like, "That's 90s Flash." And granted, they gave him a fitting end, and that little clip from the TV show after he dies was perfect.
That was awesome.
So cool.
But
that was really cool.
Yeah,
I just, that was one of the ones I saw coming a mile away. But,
well, and it's nice because I haven't watched all of the Flash yet. Sorry, but a big focus of the Flash.
Here, I'll catch you up on Flash right now.
Okay.
There's a speedster. He's got to fight him. He almost loses. Iris is in danger, and then he figures it out at the end. There, you're all caught up on Flash. I've caught you up on.
You're right.
Flash.
That's why I'm so much less interested in it.
Thank you.
No, I have nothing to add to that. That was pretty much perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That was.
You're not wrong.
That's why Kyle gets paid the big bucks to be here.
Nice.
Yeah, but like the whole season of The Flash has been about like how he's going to die in Crisis. So he did, just not that Flash.
And that makes perfect sense and kind of ties into the producers wink wink we told you was going to happen. I mean, they kind of had to, like you said, they already talked about it. It's in the comics. It was all but spelled out. And you knew John Wesley Shipp, who's kind of been in the last 3 crossovers, is going to be in it again, especially the most epic of them. So I did like that nod. But again, I think it's understated just how well the producers of the shows all coming together have done with that nod to nostalgia, because Matt said it perfectly. That little nod to that original series was like, wow, and expertly done. Like just in the midst of it, just a quick, not even a 30-second shot. And then boom, it's like, okay, we got to feel for who that character was. You didn't even have to watch the show to go, oh, wow, this is different. And then, boom.
Chad says flash in a flash.
More like a flash in a pan. No, that was a good one. I'm going to stop.
Flash in a pan.
Where's the drum when you need it? Right?
Yeah, right.
He's finding it on the soundboard.
I'm waiting. No, he's not even trying. That's all good. Oh, perfect.
Nothing like being late.
I know. I got to get my timing down.
Yeah.
But I love the, like I said, the Batman, the Keaton Batman shout out at the very beginning of the Crisis.
Michael.
I love Burt Ward's cameo. I love the fact that they took out shows that aren't even part of the CW network. They took out Titans, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Like you see Jason Todd and Hawk standing there as the antimatter wave comes across them, and it's just like
They
I mean,
said
it was
I read an article-
clearly old footage, but it was still cool to see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they have an article that said whatever happened in that episode with with Titans has made it so that the show on the DC app is like it's fucked it up?
They're gonna find a way to retcon that or bring it back or something. Because right now, yeah, currently that world's destroyed, but there's a Titan season 3 coming. So what will we do? But I'm sure when they make this universe right again, they'll find a loophole or some way to bring that back. I'm not overly concerned.
I
It's
got
not
an
a
idea
great
what they
time
should
anyway.
do.
They're gonna assemble the
make
7
different
Dragon
Earths.
Balls. They're gonna assemble the 7 Dragon Balls and wish all of the Earths destroyed back into existence.
After that last episode, they can keep the Titans world dead. So
Oh, after the season 2 finale? Oh, that
after the finale, they can keep that world dead.
gosh, dang, that was terrible.
I'm hoping it's just like a you guys are funny. You tricked us. I think that's what it's gonna
Actually, yeah, that'd be funny if they do. But like, I hope they thought this out a little bit more than that. You know what I
be.
mean?
They did it.
Yeah, I mean, you've been surprised about what some people will do when they're in charge of movies. But no, I agree with you. Like, there has to be some contingency plan or something.
And did any of you guys catch the Watchmen? The Watchmen Easter egg?
No.
So when they're
Yeah,
going,
they had the
Was it a big blue
Billboard.
penis?
no, it wasn't a big blue penis. Yeah, they had a Watchmen billboard when they go to Purgatory. Outside of Lucifer's
Oh.
Club, there's a Watchmen billboard.
That's cool.
Earth 666
Yeah.
as a Washington
So-
billboard.
Can I ask this? That yeah, 666 actually. That's perfect for Lucifer's world. Is that what Lucifer's like on the show? Like that brief cameo? Because I haven't seen the show at all.
I don't watch the show
Yeah.
either.
The show is awesome. I
It's
don't know
pretty
what
much.
how he was in there, but the show is totally worth watching. It's on Netflix.
No, I want to. I just haven't had a
It's-
chance yet.
It's kind of a buddy cop story
Yeah.
with the elements of Lucifer.
But he's like a playboy and real
Yep.
like cocky and all that. Like
Yep.
okay,
Yeah.
that's how the cameo was.
Oh, perfect. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, he was perfect in the cameo. So.
Nice.
You should totally start watching it though, for real.
I probably will, but
Like when it was on Fox,
too busy right now.
it was one of my. I cannot wait for this show to be on. It was like on Tuesday nights. And it was my look forward to for 2 seasons.
That's a next year thing, man. I'm going to be in Arizona next week visiting family, and then The Witcher comes out on the 20th.
Who,
and I'm
Lance?
much more interested in that. Yes, Lance, my hetero life mate, as we like to call him. But no, mostly.
Hey, I'm
mostly
wedging
my-
in there. I'm just letting you know.
No, that's my man. Don't you dare. I'm mostly going to see family though. Lance was just here for like a week. Last week he was here, so
Oh, you're
I-
already tired of him?
no. But I got to
Man,
see my.
Did you
mom.
hear that, Lance? I'm here for you, buddy.
Lance? Screw you. I'm tired of you. I don't want to be your friend anymore. Except for now, I really want to be your friend. Hetero life mates forever.
How's he gonna get his Max the Gamer guy tattoo removed from his back?
I know.
He can't remove the tramp stamp.
I was gonna say his
So,
max stamp.
because of the
His
I'm gonna tell
Max
you right now,
stamp. Yep.
because of
He's
the
going to his
love-
crying room now.
Yep.
because of the love that Lance and I share, I'm actually going to go ahead and lick that off,
Oh
and
god.
it'll work.
Michael says Max is getting Kyle's sloppy seconds.
So Max walks up and goes,
Oh,
And
"Oh, I got a hair in my teeth."
all right. Now it's gone too far.
Kyle pops out and waves like he's already been there. He's like, I'm already here. I'm firmly wedged up here.
Get out of my home.
You know what that reminds me of? I still haven't started watching Letterkenny, but there was a clip you posted, Matt. That reminds me right there. You ever done stuff with the buttholes?
Yep. It's a great show. But so what are you looking forward to the last 2 episodes of Crisis? I know it's been spoiled on the Crisis after show with Kevin Smith that the first half of the Arrow episode is actually the origin story of the Monitor, and it was written by Marv Wolfman. So it's written by one of the people that created these characters. So are you does that make you more
It's
excited for
written
that
by the
episode?
person that wrote this
Yeah.
story.
Well, yeah, too, yeah. But does that make you more excited for the last 2 episodes of Crisis? Or the only thing that kind of has me on edge is like the one of the last episodes is is Legends, and I really don't care. I loved Legends at one point, but I've kind of fallen off of Legends.
I've hated them the last few seasons.
The show's
Hey,
dumb
man.
from the get-go.
Anything with Rory in it is good for me. Heat Wave is like one of my favorites. I'll watch.
Even though he's been reduced to a glorified babysitter now.
Now, yeah, I hate that, but
Dude,
I still-
glorified babysitter.
He is.
Someone has to do it.
He's babysitting Superboy.
yeah.
It's not like babysitting Lance.
And I like that the Wave Rider voice in his time frame is Captain Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's
So-
cool. They've been really good on the shout-outs. I'm going to give Legends a chance. I mean, I know it's really just a big joke and not really fond of spending my time watching that when I could watch that on Comedy Central or something. But at the same time, it should be interesting. I'm sure they'll put their own little twist and their own little, like, quirk on it. And I think it'll be interesting to see how they do that to a show of this kind of magnitude with this density that it already has. And, I mean, for what it's worth, apparently the Legends of Tomorrow are taking their entire season and running it from whatever Crisis does
Into
to
the
them.
ground.
Yes, but I mean there is that. So
That's a
I mean-
repeat of last season.
for me, aside from maybe like a couple extra scenes per actor, I haven't really felt a difference in feel from show to show. It's just one big story to me.
Yeah, no, I don't think it matters
I don't
which
think it matters.
show it is. Like when it's that week's show, you're going to see the cast of that show on it more. So I think the final episode of Crisis being Legends, we might see more of the legend. But I think it's still going to feel like a Crisis episode.
I think Arrow's episode's got to be the final because you end it with the show that started it. You know, that's how I feel. But you
Should've been.
end it with the show that starts it all.
I am Arrow.
But it is Legends, right? Isn't
I'm Arrow.
Legends is the last episode? Isn't it?
I'm not sure which the last episode is. I think it's Legends, but I'm not 100% sure.
They're both on the same night. It's whatever comes second.
Yeah,
After.
it'll probably be Legends.
Yeah, I think it is.
Legends of suck.
But
But yeah, you were asking if that makes me more excited. So as you guys know, I'm less familiar with the comics, but I think that's cool that it's going to be a backstory on the Monitor. I mean, we've been seeing him since last year, so we've gotten familiar with the character. The Monitor even showed up on the season finale of Arrow last year. Like, he's been involved in this universe. So yeah, I'm totally down to get some more backstory on him. I think that's going to be real cool.
This should be fun. And you have the legend, the guy who was one of the architects of the story that really changed comic culture as is. Depending on the episodes. I mean, that's not only a great callback and some nostalgia, but the guy really knows what he's talking about because the guy made the story. So I don't think you can go wrong with that. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm actually intrigued to see how it ties in and what they do with Wolfman at the helm. That's a really kind of cool they're able to do that for.
I'm surprised they were able to get that recluse out of his house long enough to do it.
Yeah.
Or he just wrote it and he was like emailed it off and then they
Yeah, he's all like, here,
That's what
do a Crisis.
he had nothing to do with it. He's
The
just like,
Crisis, me getting out of my house.
yeah. the crisis on Wolfman's front door.
Here,
Just
I'll finish
invent
right
stuff.
after I fuck up Kyle's first black cat. So
There you go.
it's the reason. He's the reason it's like an 8.5.
Should be higher grade since he's the one
Here,
who screwed it up.
let me show you this cool panel. Let me fold the book in half so you can see it better. Thanks a lot, Marv. Hey, Marv, will you sign this book for me? I've already signed books for you. Motherfucker, that was like 7 months ago.
Kyle,
We're at a whole different event.
you don't sound bitter at all.
No, you sound
No.
perfectly reasonable.
No, he's not.
I remember you. You got to pay. You fucking dick. You're lucky.
What
I
he's saying
fucking
is he's
like
excited
you.
about the Marv Wolfman's Crisis episode. That's what I got out of that anyway.
Yeah,
I think I'm with you there.
yeah, I nailed it. Nailed it.
But so I guess what would you guys rate the first 3 episodes of Crisis so far?
Half a couch cushion.
Thanks, Kyle.
You're welcome.
We'll go ahead and start with we'll start with Mike.
Oh, well, would I rate these?
Couch cruncher style.
Couch Cruncher style? Oh, is that the 5 now? 5 cushions, is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. I'd give it 4 tentatively till I see how it ends. I mean, based on the quality of what the three episodes we got, I'll give it a 4 right now. It'll probably go up higher, or we'll see how it ends, how it lands.
Max, we'll go. You're up next, bud.
All right, 4 out of 5 couch cushions. No throw pillows necessary.
Not yet, right?
Not yet. Depending on how it ends, I might remove a throw pillow or something.
Oh shit!
But no, it's been really good. I've really, really liked it. Kingdom Come Superman was awesome. I literally was giggling in joy at the Kevin Conroy thing. Like I did a work trip over the weekend and took Tuesday off and watched it on Tuesday here. And if my wife would have been in the room with me, she would have been laughing her head off because I was literally sitting on my couch, just like giggling. I loved it.
With the schoolgirl crush.
Go for it, Corbin.
If we're doing about the couch cushions, I'm gonna give it
out
5, maybe 6. I've really, really enjoyed it. It's exceeding my expectations in terms of how well they've commanded
6 couch cushions. How many?
Yeah.
6 out of 5 is pretty good.
And
how
2
many
throw
fucking
pillows.
couches? Have
I'm
you
at
seen
IKEA,
6
Kyle.
goddamn things
I'm at IKEA, Kyle. I'm at IKEA. All right.
No.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, big fan. 6 out of 5, 11 out of 10, whatever you have it exceeded by 1, and that's why I am for the show. Really enjoy the way they've done it.
I've enjoyed it too. Like I usually watch the shows the next day on my DVR, but like Crisis is one that I had to be there to watch as it was going that night. I didn't want to miss a thing. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 time traveling Kyles out of 5.
Nice.
Oh wow!
Time
Quick
traveling
question.
Kyles.
What does everyone think about the after show, though?
I
haven't
loved it.
watched that.
I loved it.
Really?
I haven't watched it.
But I'm a Kevin Smith fan, so I'm fucking biased.
I'm kind of in the middle of it because I like it a little bit, but it's not really adding any more new insight to me than before. It's just kind of what if I care. Wow, Kyle.
In the middle.
But you are spreading that real well. You getting your full head in there,
I'm all.
man.
Yeah,
That thing
we
must
get
be
it.
loose.
Anyway, just thought I'd ask, but that's cool.
I haven't watched the after show, and Kevin Smith's wonderful, but he doesn't eat meat, and that makes me very sad. So I can't watch the after show.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I don't care if he eats meat or not.
take your stand.
Vegan pothead.
Considering like after Couch Crunchers, my biggest hobby is barbecue. Yeah, I like meat.
Hey, own it.
Lance's
Hard
meat is pretty good too.
Oh my god!
I bet it is.
As little as it may be, it's still a good piece of meat.
All about quality. Quality, not quantity.
Hey, it's not the hammer, it's the nail you're hitting, right?
Oh man, you guys are a mess. That's a mess. Was that done intentionally? Because that was funny.
No, I just think Max just had no clue he was about to confess his homosexual love for Lance right there. Would talk about his meat. I don't think it was intentional at all. And completely just was out of the blue.
Where is Lance? He's not watching you be on here?
No.
I guess not.
Look, hey, I have no problem making jokes like this because I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. I'm not.
And Lance's meat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey, Lance's meat, sure. He doesn't like these jokes though. When he was here, I made some jokes to him. He's like, "Shut up, man! You're making me uncomfortable."
Hashtag Lance's links. No.
He likes the way Lance marinates in his mouth.
Hey, little guy, how are you?
Mike's over there like, do I need to leave?
I'm like, oh, you guys make a private. No.
Hello, Lance. Hello.
That's why at Grizzled Geek they all sit far away from each other because they don't want any misconstrued notions about what's going on there.
I
You stay over on your corner of the table.
Somebody did point out that I made Doug shirtless on like most of our thumbnails.
You do.
I thought it was awesome. I thought that was awesome.
The one today was hilarious. That was great.
Yeah.
The Kylo Ren stuff, and he's the shirtless one.
Yeah.
Last week's was pretty funny too, where you're the Red Guardian and he's shirtless like Black Widow.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, Doug making Doug Black Widow in that one. And he was all like, why am I the Black Widow? Why am I with my shirt off? I was like, well, when you make the thumbnails, you can
you can Photoshop what you want.
Photoshop what you want.
Completely shirtless.
That's what I would say to Matt too. Since you Photoshop it, you can do what you want.
That's right. That's why I made Corbin wearing the bunny suit from A Christmas Story today.
But I want to point out one thing about that is, do you know who the first person Matt did that to?
It was you. It was Kyle.
So it's really just like
It's
really
all right.
just-
There's nothing wrong with being second.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being second.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I
Number
will say,
two is still real close. Number one, but just not quite.
I'm gonna take that with me for the
First
next
loser.
speed dating at the Comic-Con because I think the girls will find it kinky.
Dude, you should get a tramp stamp of it. You should get it tattooed on your back, man.
It's his
let's not
Lance.
get crazy now.
And if you find the right lady, she can lick it off.
Oh.
See?
You can get a tattoo that says LS.
What does that stand for? Lance is Sergeant? What?
Well, now it does.
Now it totally does.
I don't know. Dude, if it was a joke, it went right over my head. I'm thinking, what is that? Okay, don't worry about it.
Never mind. Never
Message
mind.
me. Message me. It's part of the drinking game. now.
It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Corbin. It's okay.
He's trying to find out where to pat his head.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not been. I'm behind today. I'm off beat right now.
Well, obviously, you don't pay attention to Lance very much if you don't understand the LS. So it's all right.
No, I don't get. I've watched. I don't know how many. I don't. What's LS? All I can think is Lance Series Sergeant. I don't know. Series Sergeant. I don't know. Lance. What? MLS? What? You guys
It's all
just
right.
not gonna say anything, guys? Gonna leave me hanging? Come on. Everyone is quiet right now.
Do you not know his last name?
Oh.
Oh my God. Okay,
Initials. I never
You-
got that.
this is the point. Holy
boy.
shit. I was hoping like the sun was going to come up in the morning and it was going to dawn on you.
It
You're
would
like,
never.
"Oh."
Have, it would never have hit me. So I'm glad somebody said something because I did not. I'm like, isn't it like pepperoni?
It's Spironi. I always
Spironi,
like,
that's what it is.
whenever I answer the phone for him, I call him Spermoni.
Spermoni.
You
I
really
call it
take
pepperoni.
it there, Max. I like. Okay,
Hmm.
there you go. Spermroni.
Sometimes I answer the phone and I just say, "What's up, sperm?" And then we get going.
I am
Ready for each
forever
other?
calling him sperm now.
Sperm.
That's
Your
it.
boyfriend said he called
He's
you
gonna
sperm.
he's
so.
gonna get me back
I,
for that one.
I smell a Photoshop coming.
Dude, I-
Oh no!
that Photoshop is cooking.
Oh boy.
It's a shirt.
Cooking something fierce.
Now I just got the picture of like The Simpsons whenever it shows like Homer's sperm. It's just his little sperms with his heads and they're all bumping into each other. Now I just
my
picture
God.
Lance's head on every one of them.
That is the thumbnail to next week.
That better be in the Couch Crunchers merch store. Right there.
Considering Lance makes the shirts, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh no, I'm gonna make this. It's gonna be just one of Max turning around, giving a thumbs up, and on his back it's gonna be a tramp stamp of a fucking Lance sperm.
We're all gonna have a different Couch Crunchers shirt in our merch store. Yeah.
Anybody who gets that tattoo, I'll pay for it. Lance sperm.
We need to see about getting
Chad's all over it.
press-on tattoos made of that.
Nice.
Just
Oh.
press-on
press-on.
tattoos
I'll
of
put them on our necks, like
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, press on I do.
well, dude, we have to go to our whatever panel he's doing at Phoenix as SoundCloud rappers and just have them like on our faces and stuff.
Oh yeah.
The sperm
Coming up for our
tattoo.
mouth.
Yep.
It's fucking weird. That's a thing.
That's a thing.
I'm Googling where can I get temporary tattoos made.
There you go. All right, well, that's it for the crossover talk. I just wanted to.
Oh, we're done with Crisis now? Oh, really?
Have a good
We're
night.
just getting into it here.
Oh no, we've got other things to talk about, but I just wanted to relieve Corbin because I know he's got things to do. So,
I'm Corbin. I got more important stuff to do.
yep, he does.
No, I'm sorry. No.
What is it? You gotta go to
Bunny
work
looks
again?
tired.
You know what? I will message you private. Work related, I guess.
I gotta go to work.
Honey, I have to go to work
Yep,
again. No,
There ain't no honey.
the sun's getting real low. So,
you need
Can we
to vote
scare you
on
away
me.
with all the salty talk?
yeah.
Is that what happened?
Just a little bit. You guys are making me uncomfortable. I need
Corbin's got to go name someone's meat.
with that salty talk.
I know. He's going to go in his face.
Lance salty talk.
Wow.
Oh.
Really, right now? That's what y'all want to do right now to me on my way out.
First to pass out at a party gets it.
Okay. All right, I'm done.
I have no words. No words. But
just leave.
I wish y'all have a good night. I will catch
There's no way you can exit out of that one.
I'm going to catch you on the flip side.
Corbin, good talking to you, man.
Take care, y'all. Thanks a lot. All right.
See you later, Cordon Bleu.
They were calling him Core Bunny in the chat. I like that.
Core Bunny.
Core Bunny.
Nice.
Good old Core Bunny, huh?
Jesus Christ.
There we go. We're back down to 4. Now I can see Kyle's face in stunning HD, much larger.
Yeah.
Is that you wiping Lance off your face? You got a little Lance on your face.
I let it soak in.
You moisturize with it, right?
Skin shiny.
You let it moisturize.
Oh yeah. And I scrape it off and I put it in a jar.
Oh God.
It's my Lance collection.
Kyle, you're one of the first people in the world that has been able to say things that I'm just like too far.
It's a gift.
Yeah, there you go.
And a curse. So moving on.
Where you're at.
Moving on here, I want to get your guys' thoughts on the Keanu off, the many faces of Keanu, or the Keanu off, as the internet's calling it, where we're going to get John Wick 4 and The Matrix 4 on the same day.
That's not happening.
Nerd boner.
One of them's going to move.
Yeah, one of them's going to move. No way they do that.
It's going to be The Matrix because John Wick's, it's too hot.
Mike says prison moisturizer.
Oh man. I don't think it's going to happen. And I don't want it to. I don't like when 2 big movies are released on the same weekend. I only have so much time in my life. I can't go to both in the same weekend usually. So
Right.
I hope one of them moves.
Plus, there'd be Keanu overload, really? I mean...
Well, that doesn't
be
exist.
that
That's
happy.
not a thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, could you have Keanu overload?
Walk around with tight pants all day.
That's right. You have to wear sweatpants to the movies that day.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally would. Actually, I'd wear a pair of shorts with a hole in it, right at the crotch.
Oh, the strip club outfit. Yeah, okay.
To be fair, if this did happen, I'd watch them back to back.
Fuck yeah.
I would go and I'd watch them back to back. Which one I watch first, I don't know. But I'm a huge Matrix fan. I'm excited for Matrix 4.
I would have to see The Matrix first.
You think so?
Just because of the gap since the last shitty Matrix movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the redeem, and it's been so long. We have our fill of John Wick, and it's fresh for us.
Yeah.
The Matrix is not.
Let me see. My thought on it was I'd probably want to see John Wick second, just in case Matrix 4 ends up sucking. John Wick 4 is probably going to be good. The first 3 were great. Why isn't the 4th one going to be great? So I'm not rolling the dice as much. I'd get to end my night with a good movie.
I mean, you can't really screw up him like killing a lot of people. So
that'd be cool if that's what he did in The Matrix too. You just walk around the entire movie as Neo fucking killing people.
They just take a chapter out of John Wick, and the whole Matrix movie is just him shooting people.
They should just move Bill and Ted and have a Keanu 3-way day, and you're gonna have Bill and Ted,
cool
Matrix, and John Wick.
If they did it as
I'd take the day off work,
and then he
takes
takes
right to heaven
off, and then he's got a beard, and he's John Wick. Like it doesn't even stop. It just the movie continues.
The movie just continues
5 hours.
He's just in the he steps out of the time machine as from the Matrix, as Neo, and then all of a sudden a beard just grows as he's going, and
he flies off into the sky, and then he wakes up in a bed with a beard and looks around.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
And he looks outside and he's got a wrecked car and his dog is dead.
Oh,
I am an FBI
that poor dog.
agent.
Yeah, and then he jumps out of planes to try and catch robbers in Point Break.
That would be awesome. Matrix, I'm badass. John Wick, I'm badass. Now I'm traveling through time in a fucking phone booth. Dope.
Why are you doing
9
this
hours.
now?
They should do Bill
Now
and
it's gonna
Ted.
suck. It's not gonna live up to this at all now.
Well, now they need to
I'm
do a
like,
Bill and
whatever I
Ted
watch
4.
is gonna be disappointing because I have this in my head now.
But if
like,
they did a Bill and Ted 4, it could be a Crisis on Infinite Keanu movies.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Oh, when Keanu World collide.
Why are we not studio execs?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure Through the Matrix with John Wick. To save John Wick.
That's $1 billion movie right there.
Oh,
No, so it's Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey Through the Matrix to save John Wick from excommunicado. It's just all Keanu all the time.
So long as there's a cameo from the woman in the red dress, I think it would be amazing.
every movie.
Yes.
Every.
I think we got a solid movie idea here.
There you go.
Man,
Executive producer Matt.
That's $1 billion movie right there.
that is $1 billion.
That's
movie.
$1 trillion
Trademark.
movie. Yeah, trademark.
Kyle can write the script. Mike will be the director,
Fucking
and I'll bring the snacks.
There we go.
dude,
That's an important job.
You got catering. You're gonna be catering. Yeah,
I'm catering.
Yeah.
I'll grill up some barbecue.
there you go. Catering.
Are you gonna grill or is Lance gonna grill? Because
Lance doesn't have the skill set. I've got the skill set.
okay, there you go.
because he has a little meat.
Little meats.
So, let's talk real quick about some local news. I know this is going to be kind of out of Max's ballpark since he's not here in Phoenix, but
Well, then this is my opportunity. I need to pee anyway. I'll be.
well,
right
there you
back.
go. Well, you might have opinions on this because Lance and all.
Too late. Go to the bathroom.
But yeah, go relieve yourself.
I'll hear the headline.
Go
I'll hear
relieve
the
yourself. So, after 2 years, we're
Dude, I
finally.
do get that Gatorade bottle.
There you go. Right into the.
Get a bucket. Wide mouth bottle.
I'm only bringing it up because it's something we talked about on the show and kind of made fun of, and it hit close to home. So after 2 years, the Fat Punisher is finally about to be sentenced for bringing guns into Phoenix Comic-Con and threatening to kill Jason David Frank, the Green Power
I
Ranger.
saw this headline.
He pleaded guilty, and now we're waiting on sentencing. What do you got? What do you guys think?
What is his sentence?
The judge hasn't ruled it yet.
He's waiting sentencing.
So it's either going to be life in prison, or he's going to be sentenced to a mental hospital, or they could release him.
Well, I don't think you should release him. I mean,
So it's between life in prison or a mental hospital.
Yep. But he pled guilty, and claims that he's sane. So
But he's not going to a mental hospital.
my thing with it is, this happened here. It was a huge event, but I'm kind of almost a little annoyed by how, like, Jason David Frank, if you follow him on social media, he keeps bringing it up and he's like using it to like filter his narrative a little bit. And I understand it happened to him, but
Wouldn't
it's just,
you?
well, at this point though, it's
I
been
hope
2
it's
years.
Fat
It's kind of
Flash that
annoying.
tries to kill me.
You hold what?
right.
I hope it's Fat Flash.
Fat Flash that tries
Yeah.
to kill you?
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he's Fat Punisher kind of, have a soft spot for, fat superheroes. But at the same time, he brought weapons into the Comic-Con. And now, thanks to him, every sword I got to have, like, taped up and everything like that with like, red tape and everything else. I have to have red caps into my guns now. So I don't know. I think for that, he should be, spend his time in a mental health. I mean,
For
because really,
sure. Life in prison, definitely for fucking up the way we go into Comic-Con.
that's true. I have to do body search now to get into Comic-Con thanks to this guy. I think
Yep.
he should spend time in
Fuck
prison.
him.
That's right.
I hope he's
That's what
dropped
you
in
said.
prison and Bubba tosses his talent and he ends up with a tramp stamp that says Bubba.
I want him to end up with the Lance tramp stamp still. I just think that's like the ultimate punishment.
Lance the
That
Sergeant.
should be.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Lance the
Lance the
Sergeant, where it's
Sergeant.
just his head with a little sergeant hat with a sperm body.
Even better.
Oh my goodness.
Even. Dude. I don't know
No,
why. I
his
haven't
name is
seen
not
that
Lance the
Photoshop
Series
yet.
Sergeant anymore. His name is now Lance the Insemination Sergeant.
The insemination sergeant. Oh my goodness.
That's his name now.
I cannot
Oh
believe
man.
I have not seen the Lance sperm with the sergeant hat on.
God, I wish he was in the chat right now. That'd be. That'd be the best.
It's such a bummer that he thinks he's going to be a rock star and he can't hang out with us.
Mike says, I know he loves Jesus, but learned some better insults. Talking about Jason David Frank.
Where is Lance tonight, Max?
I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, you know what? He's probably hanging out with his wife. That's her.
Gotta keep track of your man.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
They're probably out on a date watching a movie. Well, they might be seeing Jumanji for all I know.
If you lose him to Kyle, it's your fault now at this point.
It is, man.
Well, like Kyle said, the meat, not the best proportions, so I'm good.
So you're saying Lance doesn't satisfy, huh?
Exactly.
He's an appetizer, but he doesn't satisfy, huh?
So, Max, do you have an opinion on this guy who screwed up the way we go into Comic-Con now? You think we
go to jail.
Go to jail for making us have to have our bag searched?
Well, didn't he try to kill Jason David Frank?
Yes, he did.
I mean,
as well as police officers.
Yeah, of course he should go to jail. Yeah.
No, he should not go to jail. He should go to prison.
Yeah, prison. Better, yes.
I just don't like how cocky he is about it. Like, he's like, I mean, I could have easily dispatched him, so I wasn't really scared for my life, but, you know, it's not cool that he wanted to kill me. I just want to know why he wanted to kill me.
Federal fuck you in the ass prison.
Maybe the fact that he just, you know, cockily said, I know you're a martial arts master, but just cockily said, I didn't fear for my life, you know.
Right.
He had a gun and it didn't scare me. Maybe that's why he wanted to. Like,
if I ever see Jason, I'm gonna go. Taskmaster?
Taskmaster.
I mean, they keep saying he deserves to go to jail, obviously. I mean, they just keep saying the attempted murder or whatever, but really he showed up to the convention with weapons and then hid out in a room until security came and got him. Well, he never even got close to
right. And he had full body armor and he had ninja throwing stars and
who doesn't?
I just like how when the news reported on there, they're like, when they searched him, they found body armor, a shotgun, 2 handguns, and ninja throwing stars. And you're like, this dude just ultimately went to a badass right there, the ninja throwing stars.
They should have given one shot with the stars.
But I agree. He's got to go to. It's got to be prison. I agree, Kyle. It's got to be prison. And
federal fuck you in the ass prison.
Just the way he screwed up the convention for everyone. And even that year where they pretty much banned cosplay weapons, and now they've lightened it up a little bit every year. But yeah, you have to stand outside in 100 degrees while you're waiting to be basically cavity searched to go into this convention. And if you're a big guy, it's like some of us, you sweat, and it's just like, man, you know.
Yeah. I'm a fat guy. If I wear my Punisher shirt there, man, it's done. I'm not going to get stepped out of line.
You're instantly getting tackled.
Like the airport at that point. Yeah.
He's back. He's back.
That's right. Hell with that guy.
Hey,
prison.
Just make sure you have your throwing stars on you, so it's a good story.
That's true. I'm saying if he took out the dude with throwing stars, I mean, he'd be in prison. But you know, kind of legend at that point, really. If he took out.
You would be a legend at that point.
You kind of would be. Imagine like
look, it totally sucks that he killed Jason David Frank, but he did it with fucking throwing stars.
Throwing stars
from across the convention hall. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, man. He's whipped him out of his neck beard.
Just from across the just across the convention hall, the Hall of Heroes, you hear "fuck you," and you see a ninja star just coming flying at him. Yeah. From out of his neck beard.
Oh. It's dramatic and it goes slow.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
That would be fantastic. Just out of his neck beard. That's a great fucking.
He's all
best.
I had a shotgun, but I left that in the back room. You know, ninja stars.
Right in the neck beard.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then he's screwed up having neckbeard, you know, ninja stars for the rest of us for the rest of our lives.
He fucked it up for the rest of us, fat neckbeard guys.
Screw that guy.
Michael says, all I see is Butters getting hit in the eye with a throwing star from South Park. Chad said, Lance out with his wife. I think Max means his side chick. But that kind of leads me into my next thing. Is it was announced right before we went live that Hasbro, who now owns the right to Power Rangers, is going to reboot a Power Rangers movie. And I know Max said he had some thoughts on this.
Don't they also own Death Row Records?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, my thoughts are mostly just that I liked the one they did
Suge Knight
a few
Transformers?
years ago.
Tupac Transformer, anyone?
So you mentioned the guy that's dead and the guy that's in prison for life.
Yep. For, and is supposedly killed the guy that's dead. And Snoop. You have a Snoop Dogg that transforms into a dog. It's like Beast Wars.
Dude, I can't wait to get his fucking Baby Lullaby album.
Whoa, Snoop Dogg's?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Usually anything weird with Snoop Dogg associated ends up being real.
Yeah.
Baby
Dude, anything to help me go to sleep.
I just read "Go to Fuck to Sleep" by Samuel L. Jackson.
The new Alexa voice, you mean?
Yep. So you had,
So
or go ahead, Kyle. My bad.
No, that's what I was going to say. So what were your thoughts on a new Power Rangers?
I just don't. I wish they wouldn't reboot it. Like
You and
I
me
liked,
both.
I liked
You,
the
me, and
one
Lance.
from 2016. Was it? I think it was 2016. I liked it, or maybe 2017, but it wasn't that long ago. It was good. I enjoyed it. Like Elizabeth Banks was kind of not that great as Rita, but why reboot it when the one you did a few years ago was good?
Anything without Amy Jo Johnson is not Power Rangers. So
Oh,
I
I
don't care.
agree. I agree tenfold.
I think she's going to be Taskmaster.
She's going to be Taskmaster. Everyone's Taskmaster now.
I'd be down for that.
She's gonna be Taskmaster.
I like it.
You want her to be Taskmaster, huh, Kyle? You want everyone to be Taskmaster.
If they were a Power Ranger, they're in the suspect pool.
As a huge Power Rangers fan growing up, I too liked the last movie. It was a pleasant surprise. I went into it not looking forward to it, and I left pleasantly surprised.
After you go to the bathroom.
Yeah. And you found out that you passed that kidney stone that you didn't even know was there, pleasantly surprised.
You're like, oh, wow. Wasn't so bad.
Or you look down and you think to yourself, did I just break a world record? Pleasantly surprised.
I didn't know there was that much poop in my body.
Yep.
Damn.
Anyways.
So Power Rangers.
Yeah, so Power Rangers. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. If it follows more the Mighty Morphin line a little bit closer than the previous reboot did, I'm cool with that. It's interesting that we're getting a reboot instead of a sequel, but whatever. That's all Hollywood is nowadays, is reboots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's good. I didn't love their costumes, but you could have redone the costumes for the sequel. You could have, there was whatever. I'll watch it. I grew up in the '90s. I'm a Power Rangers fan, so I'm gonna watch whatever freaking movie they come out with. I'm disappointed.
Another thing we want to talk about real quick is Flash is finally gotten a release date. The Flash movie.
That's not coming out.
I don't think so either.
Was it 6 directors now?
Yeah.
3 scripts. Yeah.
It's
I got the
I
fourth
have
release
faith.
date.
It's got a 2022 release date, but I don't think it's ever coming out.
I don't think it's.
think
Wasn't
they're
it
gonna do it.
originally supposed to come out like last year, or was it this year?
I think it was 2020.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the release dates, but I think there was originally one from like 2019.
It was
Yeah.
2014.
I
But
thought it
it's
was
coming out
supposed
in July. Coming out July of 2022, and there's a
Yeah.
Marvel movie coming out that same month. So I don't think it's going to happen.
I just don't see this movie happening. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, 9 different
discouraged.
directors, different writers, and Ezra Miller said that I'll write it myself, and then that kind of fell out. And then there's rumors that he was going to write it with Jeff Johns, and that seems to kind of died out. So it's
as long as they write Flashpoint.
Yeah, but they gave up on Flashpoint. Flashpoint was back when they were still trying to have a cohesive DCFU universe, and now that they've kind of gone away with that, it's not going to be Flashpoint. So I don't really care.
They should do it so they can reset.
They should.
That's their excuse to reset.
That's how you get a new Batman and a new Superman.
Yep.
And still keep Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
They've got their new Batman.
But that's a smart move. So that's probably not going to happen.
The way Robert Pattinson's going and his inability to put on weight, we're probably not even going to have a Batman movie by that time. So
he's going to be on Michael Keaton
Robin.
They're going to keep pushing it back because he can't put on weight.
He'll be Dick Grayson instead.
Yep. Or he's going to be like Shazam, where he's just got the rubber muscle suit.
Dude. Yeah, but when he's Bruce Wayne, he's going to look all skinny. And then he puts on. He's going to be like Michael Keaton. Yeah, it's the rubber muscle suit.
That would be cool. He puts on the fucking muscle suit. And they go, "Are those real?"
I don't care. As long as he sparkles, I don't care.
As long as he has to sparkle
in the moonlight.
It'd be so cool if his cowl sparkled.
That and Fat Colin. Those things happen. I'm in.
What do you think about them taking away Wonder Woman's sword? Did you read that?
Yeah, I did. And I think, I don't know. I was on the fence with Wonder Woman 1984 with everything I heard about it. But then after seeing the trailer, I'm back on board again. So I don't know. I can go without the sword. That's fine. She's got her, she's got the lasso.
That she can ride lightning with.
That's true. But here's the thing. She's in that gold, the eagle armor.
Yeah,
right?
she's in
and
her God damn it. It's not Kingdom Come armor. It's
Come.
Yeah.
Lance.
Can come.
But that's the one. That's the armor that she uses the sword and shield with.
Yeah.
So if she's ever going to have a sword and shield, that's when she should have had it.
Yeah, it is Kingdom Come. It is Kingdom Come. Her.
Yeah, she wore it in Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
The gold eagle.
Yeah. Which is interesting why they're incorporating that costume from that storyline into this movie, unless it's going to play into it somehow.
Well, they incorporated the Kingdom Come armor in the regular comics afterwards, but it first appeared in the old Kingdom Come.
That will be done.
Yeah.
I was on the fence about that movie completely, but the trailer has kind of been like, all right, I'll definitely see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great movie with their trailer is New Order. I mean, it's got a New Order song in it. The movie's going to fucking rock now. I mean, that was just a clincher right there.
See, it's interesting you guys say that because I've been totally on board for Wonder Woman 84. I loved the first one, and I've been super excited. But the trailer came out, and I was just kind of meh on it. Like, it just...
What?
Yeah.
Was it the lightning? Was it the lightning writing?
This is what I think about that. So...
All right, I can speak again. Muting my mic. I don't know what it is. I think it might have been that I watched it on my phone and I was distracted, so I didn't get a full picture of it. But I don't know. I just I didn't dislike it. I think it looks cool. It looked very 80s, and that was kind of exciting. But
oh yeah.
Well, the title 1984. I would hope it looked very 80s.
Well, I mean, the trailer was shot in such a way that it felt like an 80s movie. That's what I mean.
Fucking Technicolor.
Yeah. It looks good. I want to see it.
Ride the Lightning. Would you like Ride the Lightning better if they had Metallica playing in the background?
Yeah.
The lightning riding thing would be a lot better if her freaking protege in Titans hadn't been killed by lightning in such a stupid way.
Oh, God.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
I'm sorry.
Titans.
Spoiler
We
alert.
don't care about spoiler alerts here. If you care about spoiler alerts, get the fuck out.
Have you finished Titans yet, Kyle?
I seen the last episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
But I haven't seen from episode 6 of the first season all the way to that one.
So you missed all the good ones, and then ended with that one.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Mike. I noticed when I was watching Grizzled Geek tonight that you seem to want to talk about Titans, and we've all watched the last episode of Titans, and I know me and Max have talked about it quite a bit. What?
Just so
Go ahead,
upset with
unleash your Titans rage.
the whole Titans. That first season, I gave it a shot. I liked all the other characters besides the Titans, right? Like I like Dick Grayson, he was fine, but I really don't like their versions of some of the other characters. But then they fixed stuff this season, right? They got Raven right. I'm actually, Starfire is still like
Not
the
quite
cartoon,
there.
not quite there, but I'm like okay. But I like Jason Todd. I liked all the other characters around, and they had some pretty good episodes. And I wasn't sold on the Batman they had there, but he was fine because most of the season he was just in Dick Grayson's head, and they had some really good episodes. And then they went and ruined it with that last
Dickhead.
one.
Do it, Matt.
Do what?
Never mind.
I'm not giving it for that stupid joke.
But yeah, so I mean, I hated the way it ended. Nice. No, I mean, I thought the first season ended badly, but then I saw the finale of this season, and I'm like, oh, they even undid the whole Bruce Wayne episode with that last episode. They undid that. They killed off Wonder Girl. They wasted Deathstroke after building him up as season long.
He was good all season. It was just like and then within the first 10 minutes of the episode, that whole season worth of conflict is over. And then you get into like this what felt like a side story.
I think
hopefully not, but like you got into like this side story with Cadmus and made that the finale. Like
right. Yeah.
I was expecting the Cadmus stuff to lead into the next season.
I did too, but it seemed kind of tacked on for an end of the season finale. It was I don't know.
It was bad.
It was bad.
How bad was it?
One episode ruined the entire season. Bad. That's how bad.
Yeah, like the season as a whole without that episode, I probably would have given a 4 out of 5. And then you put that episode in there, and I'm like, well, crap! Now the season's knocked down at least a full point, maybe more. Like,
yep,
it was kind of bad. Not kind of. It was really bad.
It was really bad.
Really disappointing.
I'm just still hoping that it's not what we think. Like something happens and
it's all in Beast Boy's head. He's still in Cadmus. He dreamt the whole horrible ending.
Yep. Yeah. It was all a dream. Wakes up in a cold sweat.
Speaking of Bruce Wayne, though, what's interesting? Crisis and seeing Kevin Conroy made me like the Titans Batman a little bit better. Because as I was listening to Conroy, I was like, wait, the Batman in Titans actually sounds kind of similar. Like, I feel like he's trying to channel Conroy with the way he's speaking.
I liked him for this season up until they undid everything with the end. So Bruce Wayne sat by and basically let all this stuff go down, thinking the Titans are going to handle it, and all he did was jam a phone line. If Bruce Wayne knew all that stuff was going on, would he sit around and just we'll let the kids handle it?
No, he would have stepped in and fucking took control and figured that shit out.
I'm going to jam a cell phone for him there. Now they can't do the auction.
And I'm out.
Kids handle it.
Kyle's so passionate he just hits everything. He just knocks his camera over.
Drops his phone jammer and out.
So once again, that character was cool up until the very last episode, and then they ruined it.
Fucking gets in his Batmobile and does a donut. Fuck you, Titans. Fuck you.
I'm out of here.
Just takes off.
Yeah.
Ugh. I want to move on real quick to another thing that I think is gonna suck.
Are we to the meat and potatoes?
No, not yet. No meat and potatoes this time.
Fuck.
Another thing I think is gonna suck is Star Wars.
Star Wars.
That's
Star
right.
Wars.
Let's talk about next week. Rise of Skywalker comes out. I know.
Pass.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. And Max, you're excited, right?
Very excited. I love me all the Star War.
You have tickets?
All the wars. Oh yeah. Yeah, I bought them. My brother and I coordinated, and we were both trying to buy 7 tickets at the same time at different theaters to make sure we were covered.
Nice.
We had tickets within 10 minutes of them being on sale, and the theater was almost
That's because
sold
nobody
out.
was buying it.
No, it was like the fastest selling hour in history. No, it's going to make a ton of money.
The fastest hour in selling history is San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, for movies, I mean.
Oh.
It beat Endgame for the fastest first hour of ticket sales. Nah, man, it's going to make a ton of money. It might suck but I love Star Wars. I love the universe. I don't care if this new trilogy isn't quite as good as some of the other stuff. I don't really care. I just love Star Wars and I want to see more of it.
love you, Star Wars.
I haven't hated the trilogy. Force Awakens was it was okay. I don't like how much they copy and pasted A New Hope. The Last Jedi has some really great moments and some absolutely terrible ones.
Some dog shit ones.
Yes. And so like overall, not a good Star Wars movie, near the bottom of my list. So we'll see. I don't know. I like that the Emperor's coming back. I've got theories about it. I don't know.
Like what?
Snoke was always the Emperor.
They kind of gave that away in the last trailer. They have a trailer kind of dropped that. But Disney's only made one bad Star Wars movie. They made some decent ones to good ones. But The Last Jedi was the only bad one they made, and I'm willing to lay that on the feet of Rian Johnson and the decisions he made. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I have to see it because it's Star Wars, and I've been a Star Wars fan pretty much my whole life. So I have to finish out the Skywalker saga. I hope it doesn't suck. I'll be there right there crying if it does. But given the track record, even Solo wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't a movie that we wanted.
Fucking really good movie.
It was good. It just wasn't.
I liked it.
Yeah, no one wanted a Solo movie, but we didn't need one. But it worked. It was just the right amount of nostalgia and everything else. Rogue One was an amazing movie for me, and the first one was serviceable. It hit all the right marks for getting us back into Star Wars basically after the prequel trilogy. It had the right amount of nostalgia, and it did cut and paste a lot of stuff, but it's kind of what we needed to get us back into it. Like I said, The Last Jedi was the only one I would count as a bad movie, and it was some really awful decisions made there, which is why I wouldn't say I'm as excited for it as I would have been had Last Jedi not been so bad, but I am still excited to see it. I'm there. We got our tickets. We're going to review it right after. So
so if Kyle, you don't seem to care about spoilers, then here's what you can do. Next Thursday, December 19th.
Go on Couch Crunchers and pretend like you saw it without actually seeing it.
There you go.
Right
around 9:30, 9 o'clock-ish, as soon as we get back from the theater, we're going to record a live episode right after we watch the movie and talk about our thoughts. Feel free to jump on to Couch Crunchers YouTube channel and hear what we have to say about it if you don't care about the spoilers. We are going to try to do a spoiler-free section first and then do spoilers so that if you do want to hear about the movie without being spoiled, you can. But I don't know. I'm excited, man. You know what's interesting to me, though? Almost half of the marketing around The Rise of Skywalker has been people bad-mouthing The Last Jedi. Just this week, J.J. Abrams was he made some real bad decisions, Rian Johnson. I didn't agree with a lot of what he did. He basically told the fans that none of this is important and you don't need to care about any of this. And then John Boyega earlier this week saying the same thing. He's like, I thought some of the decisions were iffy.
Yeah.
And of course, why am I forgetting his name? Luke Skywalker. Why am I forgetting the actor's name?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, thank you. Mark Hamill has been bad-mouthing it forever.
You give us your nerd Star Wars card.
I know,
back.
man.
Yeah.
You lost
I know.
it, dude. I'm punching a hole in that motherfucker.
I know Mark Hamill.
He's gonna put a Lance cum sticker right over your photo on it.
You won't.
The point is, everyone is crapping on The Last Jedi and saying it sucks. And that's funny that it's part of the marketing. We acknowledge this one's bad, so come see the new one. We're fixing it.
That's genius.
Mine's favorite is Daisy Ridley saying that she wept openly that J.J. Abrams was coming back.
Yeah, that was funny. I forgot about that one. That's right.
But then it's also marked in controversy, though, too, because John Boyega's comments are coming back to bite him in the ass when he's talking about how, you can't be so weak-minded on social media. And then the chick, his co-star, left social media because she was catching a bunch of shit from Last Jedi trolls. So
yeah, people were being pretty nasty to her.
They were pretty
on the internet. No,
yeah. I know, shocking.
I know, right?
That's crazy talk.
I'm all. if you're going to be an actor, you kind of need to be, thick-skinned, especially if you're going to be in a genre movie that is always divisive. There's always going to be people, passionate fans that are, if you're in a Star Wars movie, people are going to not like what you're doing at some point, even if you're in a good movie.
That's why I have somebody in control of my social media, so I don't have to worry about any of that.
Well, it's because you're a big podcasting superstar, so you need someone.
That's true. You got to have assistants to handle that.
Yeah.
But dude, Rose sucks. Like the character is awful. I hate that character so much. But people didn't need to treat the actress that way. And I think part of the reason the character sucks is the actress. Like it's not just the writing. I don't think the actor. I don't really like the way she portrays the character.
I didn't like the character too much, but I like Kelly Marie Tran only because what I liked her is when they were doing press for the Last Jedi, and watch her out there just like fangirling over like all the other actors and stuff like that. It was like, it's like if one of us was in the movie, and we're at the premiere going, oh. So I kind of like her as a person.
No, I like her as a person. I just didn't like her acting.
See, why'd you drive her off social media? Or your handler did anyway.
I'm going to have them post it right now.
Yeah.
So, kind of sticking on Star Wars, did you guys see what's going on in what Burger King's doing?
You stick on Star Wars.
Yeah, what Burger King's doing over in Germany?
No, I just heard about it in the ad.
So they're running an ad that's full of Rise of Skywalker spoilers. And so the thing is that you go in and you order, and they give you the option to get a free Whopper, but you have to order it off the Star Wars menu. And the way you order it is by reading your order off a spoiler-filled board for Rise of Skywalker. So you're reading spoilers for the movie to get a free Whopper. You were openly trolling and spoiling the movie for everyone that's in a line around you to get a free Whopper.
Whoppers are pretty delicious. I don't know.
They're not that delicious. They're $2, man. Pay for the freaking.
They are not, dude. They are not $2.
Free burgers always taste better than burgers you paid for.
Not when they're laced with spoilers for the most anticipated movie of like my last decade. No. I legit unfriended somebody because they ruined the Han Solo death for me. I was pissed. And then I was like, dude, what? I was like, what the heck, man? And he's like, deal with it. And so I was like, screw you, I don't want to be your friend because you're gonna ruin something else for me in the future.
You gotta be like that friend. You gotta be like that guy. You gotta go into that big, just deep, like plot where you befriend the person and become best friends with them, and then when the next movie comes out, you just spoil that for him and then call him an a-hole and walk away.
Well, part of it's the culture thing. It was Brazilians don't care about spoilers as much, and this is one of my friends in Brazil, and they're just like, whatever, we don't care. I'm like, well, I care. I literally saw a picture of Han Solo being stabbed through by Kylo Ren. I'm like, what? I wanted to experience that in the movie.
My question is, why didn't you see that opening night?
I did. This guy posted it the day before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That guy. How was that
guy? What I mean, like I couldn't avoid it at that point.
You're better off.
I could have avoided it by not being on social media.
Well, you got if you want to avoid spoilers, you got to stay away from social media all this week because that movie comes out this weekend overseas, right? Star Wars comes out overseas before it comes out here.
I can watch it online.
Yeah, Matt brought me back around. Now it's your fault again, Max.
Well, I had a
friend
friend
on Couch Crunchers.
I had a friend ruin Infinity War too from Brazil, and but I didn't believe him, and it turns out he was kind of right, but not really. I just didn't think he was right. He's like, yeah, everyone dies.
That's why I don't have Brazilian friends.
And then I called him out on it, and he moved his post.
I like their waxes, but I don't have any of their friends.
I like their martial
arts. That's right, yeah.
See, that's the issue, man. I wish Lance would get a Brazilian, man, and make the experience so much better.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes.
Dude, there's a Groupon for male I could forward to him.
I'm good.
We should all just go in on a gift certificate for him for Christmas.
There you go, yeah.
We should all get in and film him getting waxed.
There you go.
I'm gonna text him right now.
Like 40-year-old virgin style.
Yep.
I want to know what Mike in the chat's done for a free burger. So
what he's done work for a free burger.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it for a Whopper because I don't know what it is about Burger King's burgers, but they're always soggy. They're
They are.
always soggy.
It's that wet lettuce they put on there.
I think it's I don't know. It's like their underbun is always soggy. It's like It's like you're dipping into a full dip sandwich from Portillo's.
That's the sandwich you want, soggy.
Chad says, "Hey Max, Chewie dies. Han and Leia's son leaves him on a planet before it explodes." Max has got nothing to say.
I just know he's messing with me.
Just the rage. You can see the rage.
Yeah. I know.
Chad spent some time in Brazil, apparently.
And Boba Fett escapes the Sarlacc pit.
Oh, dude, that message is awesome.
What?
The one that Max just said.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I said so. We've got a group chat going on. I'll just tell everybody. We've got a group chat going on with all of the Arizona podcasts right now, and I basically just said, Lance, you may or may not want to watch Absolute Geeks crossover episode. You are talked about a lot.
Breaker crunchers.
Breaker crunchers. Oh. Let's get a Brazilian.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that as my opening.
For your Christmas present.
Breaker Crunchers. Welcome to Lottie Dob Couch Crunchers, where we get Brazilians for free.
We get Brazilians because we've got a Groupon.
Here we go.
Where we're going to get temporary sperm tattoos on our face for Phoenix Fan Fusion next year.
Oh my God, we should all have the Lance sperm tattoo.
How do you?
Why do I know that's going to happen?
That's a thing. It's because it's a thing.
I kind of brought it up on Grizzled Geek tonight when I was in their chat. I want to kind of know what Max feels about it. How do you think Mandalorian is going to affect Rise of Skywalker?
I don't think it is at all.
You don't think so?
No, I just don't, because like the season won't be over, and I mean, maybe there's going to be a stinger at the end of the next episode. In fact, I think they said there is going to be a stinger at the end of the next episode on Wednesday, but I don't think it's going to impact it. I think Marvel has said they're going to be required viewing for their shows, but I don't think that Disney's going to do the same.
It's not going to be required viewing, but I think it's done a lot to get people hyped for Star Wars again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's even affected, like we talked about on our show. It's even affected the park, as when they opened up Galaxy's Edge this summer, it was kind of like but now the new ride they just opened up in Florida is getting rave reviews.
Yeah,
and both parks are getting a lot more visitation from, even though it's off season.
Yeah, I'm going next freaking February.
Yeah, they think Mandalorian has a lot to do with that, getting people excited again, not necessarily for the plot or whatever, because it's not going to have anything tied into it or anything like that, but just getting excited about Star Wars again.
Yeah.
Well, I
mean, that is true. Go ahead.
I said in their chat tonight that I feel like The Mandalorian could lead backlash towards this movie quite a bit, because if Rise of Skywalker comes out and this movie just sucks ass,
if it sucks, yeah,
people are going to look at it and be like, you've had the pieces in place to give you good Star Wars like The Mandalorian, and you chose to continue on with people that are just giving you garbage. I think it's going to cause a lot of backlash towards the movie in that
If
case.
it sucks, it'll make the backlash worse. I agree.
But what that might end up doing is moving Star Wars more to Disney Plus than in movies, which maybe that's not a bad thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would still want to see a good big budget Star Wars movie like every 3 to 5 years.
Nice.
But if we get, definitely. But I think a Knights of the Old Republic TV show could be really good. So like,
I'd be down for that too.
So like, I don't know if I would mind if the movies maybe get less, so long as we're still getting good TV content, because The Mandalorian has been fantastic. The Rogue One show hopefully will be. What was that?
If they put it on CW, they can do a crossover event.
No, thank you.
That's true. That is true.
Get CW out of my entertainment, man. No.
I'm kind of getting off the Mandalorian bandwagon a little bit.
You better get back on it.
No, I'm getting off the Mandalorian a little bit though.
Okay, I don't want to spoil anything from the latest episode, but the funniest Baby Yoda moment in the series happened in this episode.
I think Baby Yoda is the reason I'm turning away from it though. Like,
Really?
Baby Yoda is freaking cute, but like, it's the same. Like I feel like the last 3 episodes have been exactly the same. The plot has been exactly the same, and like, Baby Yoda just shows up for that just quick, cute, like, oh god, people might lose interest. Let's get Baby Yoda on the screen to pull him back. Like, his whole thing is to just show up and have like a random disappearing thing, and then, that's it. They really haven't progressed with him at all.
The overarching story is not moving along like it should. And with only 2 episodes left, I am a little disappointed in the overall story of the season, but mostly I've been loving The Mandalorian. Each individual episode has been awesome.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
But the overarching story has been, we don't know anything more about Baby Yoda.
This whole season seems to be like a test the waters kind of thing for
Kind of.
I think season 2 will probably be more, because they greenlit season 2 pretty quickly and jump back into it. I think season 2 will kind of like be more of the story progression kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think this one's more of like a test the waters to see if this will work on TV kind of thing, and it did.
Yeah, and I hope it's longer too. I hope season 2 is a bit longer.
I agree.
Yeah, not that 8 episodes is bad. Like, I don't mind an 8-episode season, but Titans was what, like 13? So,
This
if you have
season was 13.
Yeah, so if you have like season 2 that's 12 episodes or something, just a little bit longer of an arc, a little bit more story.
Well, and the one thing that bugged me, like today's episode was great.
Yeah.
I loved Bill Burr in it. No spoilers, but I kind of don't like the fact that they gave you that cliffhanger last week, and they do nothing to progress that this week.
Yeah. So who do you think that is? By the way,
Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's not. I'm like 100% sure it's not. I can't remember the name of the character now, but there's a character played by.
Give me your Star Wars card.
Well, it's a brand new character, so you don't need a Star Wars card. I know he's a Moff, but he's played by the guy from Breaking Bad that owns the chicken place. Actor's name. I'm pretty sure it's
Gideon
him.
is who's playing.
Moff Gideon.
Yeah, that's the character he's playing. It's Espinosa is the name of the
I knew it was a Moff. I couldn't remember the last name of it, but that character, if you look at the pictures, has a cape and most likely has spurs. I bet it's that character. I don't think they're going to bring in Boba Fett, not into season 1 especially.
I don't know. They're saying in the season finale he's going to have an unexpected enemy, but they say it in a way like the fans should know who this enemy is. They kind of, if it's not Boba Fett, they've kind of set it up, pretty well to be Boba Fett.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Boba Fett, but like we still haven't been introduced to Moff Gideon. So
If it's Boba Fett, I'm done. I'm washing my hands and walking away.
Why? You don't want that?
I don't want that because then you just undercut your main star of the show. It's about this random ass Mandalorian. So now you bring Boba Fett in and you just outshined your own main character.
Are you doing crunches over there? Are you like trying to become a couch cruncher, Kyle?
Yep.
All right, that's what it looked like.
I was taking a quick cat nap.
Crunch it.
Crunch it.
That's my thing is I don't. If it's
I'm
Boba Fett, I'm out.
I'm not out, but I don't want it to be Boba Fett. I also don't really understand the hype of Boba Fett. I mean, technically, I've got a picture of him right behind me, which I didn't buy, but I do really like that picture. But Boba Fett,
was it an anniversary present from Lance?
It actually was a gift from Lance.
If you don't like Boba Fett, it's because you didn't watch Clone Wars.
No, I did. I did watch Clone Wars, and I kind of find his character to be really whiny. I didn't really find young Boba Fett to be that interesting. I mean, I like Boba Fett. Yeah. I like him. I just, so far, The Mandalorian in this show is better to me.
Way better. Way better.
Like, the fight scenes in this show are so good, and this latest episode, they were pretty badass, man. Like, The Mandalorian was freaking awesome in this episode. Yeah. So, I don't know. If it's Boba Fett, whatever, but I'm kind of with you, Matt. I'd rather it not be.
I just like the fact they had, Clancy.
Tom Clancy's from the grave.
The Kurgan is the Devilonian.
Red.
Yeah, they had a lot of big actors in this. Fairly big actors.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the male Twi'lek. Quinn, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Just the look of him, I thought the female Twi'lek looked awesome,
Yeah.
She looked really good. Her character was a little different than what I've seen in like some of the cartoons where they show more of that species. But it was still consistent with like a more untamed version of that species, I guess, I don't know. I really liked her. I thought she was really good. The same actress that plays Tonks in the Harry Potter movies.
And Osha from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's right.
What's the name of that new bounty hunter they introduced in I want to say Clone Wars. I can't think of his name.
Not Holdo.
Cad Bane?
Yes.
Cad Bane's awesome. Yes,
Cad Bane. Oh, yeah. If it was Cad Bane instead of Boba Fett, I would be.
I'd be so on board.
I'd be like, oh, yeah.
I would be so on board for Cad Bane.
Awesome.
Cad Bane, I could watch a TV show about that guy. Cad Bane. You're talking about the one with the big hat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cad Bane. I know who Cad Bane is. I wanted to make sure that Matt was thinking the same one. I freaking love Cad Bane. He's a better bounty hunter than Boba Fett, in my opinion. But he gets a lot of screen time in the Clone Wars.
Yes.
And like he takes out Jedi all the time, but they do it in a really good way to where like he's legit like fighting a Jedi,
He would be a threat for the Mandalorian.
Yes.
Big threat.
Yeah, but he'd be pretty old at this point. But he is an alien species, so they could live a long time.
Yeah.
There you go. Just blew your freaking minds.
Kyle agreed.
Kyle's falling asleep. Kyle's over there passing out. But let's move on to Star Wars. From Star Wars to talk about Ghostbusters. We got our trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife. What were you guys' initial thoughts on the trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I know.
Way different than what I thought.
I like how they play it off like you're not supposed to know who their grandfather is, and then they completely spoil it for you in the trailer when they find his jumpsuits and it's got his name on the jumpsuit.
Yeah.
But I loved the trailer, man. Near the end of the trailer, when you start hearing Bill Murray's character Venkman saying some of the lines from the original movie, call it fate, call it karma, like that gave me chills. I loved the trailer. I love this like Stranger Things-ish vibe, small town. I love that they're bringing in all the originals that are still alive, of course. I'm stoked for this. Like I was over the moon with that trailer.
I kind of hope it is kind of like a Ghostbusters Next Generation type thing where they come in and they start training the next generation and this family to do it, because I love when that shows the Ecto-1 and he's driving it and the gunner seat and then it's squealing and she's shooting the ghost as it comes around the corner.
Yeah, the nostalgia overload. This is clearly already a better idea than the reboot in 2016 was.
It's everything the reboot should have been. It wasn't. So I'm excited for it.
Well, I like how they don't even acknowledge the reboot. Like it's completely washed away.
That never happened.
Yeah.
I saw a joke, a meme the other day where it was it had like a still from the trailer where they're talking about, there hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years. And then underneath it was one of those "Am I a joke to you" memes with the Ghostbusters from 2016 logo. And everyone's like, yeah, that movie is a joke. Like, no one cares about that movie. It was terrible.
I saw the one that Thanos was taking away the girl Ghostbusters.
The what?
Thanos had snapped.
Oh,
yeah, they're all fading to dust.
Yeah.
But Mike says it's going to be Stranger Things the movie. I've heard that a lot.
I don't think it's going to be Stranger Things the movie. Stranger Things is a lot darker than Ghostbusters ever would be.
I think this is going to be a darker Ghostbusters. I think it's going to have a darker feel to it.
That's racist.
Maybe.
That's racist. Oh, Kyle. I don't know. I think it's going to be lighthearted. Based on the trailer, it's pretty lighthearted. And I don't know. Tell you what, though, man, I miss Bill Murray. He hasn't been in enough lately. Although I won't spoil. He had a good role in a movie that came out recently. Oh man, that's a dog.
Yeah, my dog is just going nuts. But Bill Murray.
Bill
Murray.
Actually, that reminds me. Are you guys familiar? You're obviously familiar with the original Ghostbusters.
Yes, very much.
You know, in the movie when it was right at the beginning of the first one, Venkman's pretending to be a psychic with that girl to get a date.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
or pretending that she's psychic. And then he's like, hey, do you want to do dinner? And then he has her suggest 8 o'clock. And he says, I was just going to say 8 o'clock. So the reason I bring this up is that my siblings and I, since I'm going to be in town next week, we're going to do a sibling night where we get together and play some games.
Is Lance invited?
He is not. But one of my siblings reached out and said, hey, I need to do it a little bit later, like after 7:30. My brother then texts me separately with that GIF and says, can you please reply to the group chat saying 8 o'clock so that I can send this GIF and reply? I just thought it was funny. So I did. I replied back, and then he replied with the GIF of, I was just going to say 8 o'clock. And then, of course, he follows it up with, Max, you are a true phenomenon.
I like that your brother had to text you sidebar to set up a joke.
I know. That's what I found so funny about it. And that's totally kind of my personality, too. I would totally do the same thing. All right, let's set this joke up. Let's do this.
Yeah, he had to text you sidebar to set it up. That's pretty funny. So the only last thing... What, Kyle? What'd you say, Kyle?
You guys hear my kids singing?
No.
They sing the Frozen 2 songs?
No, I think he's singing...
There's only one show where a group of middle-aged men get together to talk about Frozen, and that's called Couch Crunchers.
Couch Crunchers, baby. Issue 75. Listen to it.
Yes, listen to it.
Subscribe to Grizzled Geek for the facts. No. That's great. Subscribe to Couch Crunchers for Frozen 2 reviews.
Frozen 2 reviews, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, we talked about it for like 10 minutes, Lance and I, just debating the movie. And until Matt comes in, is like, this is hilarious seeing two grown men talk about Frozen 2.
Yeah. And they could be talking about something way more interesting.
We did. We talked about Ford v Ferrari after that.
Yeah.
Much more manly movie. It was really good. Yeah, it was really good.
I want to see it really bad. For some reason, it just looks so good.
It is good. It's really good.
Because it's got Matt Damon.
It's got Matt Damon and Batman. It's got Batman in it and Jason Bourne. Yeah, man. It's a good movie.
Matt Damon. The last thing I have to talk about tonight is Shazam 2 getting a release date.
Pass.
2022. Pass for Kyle?
No, the first one was good. I wouldn't mind. The first one was really good. I wouldn't mind seeing the second one. Second one.
It's coming out, 4 months after Black Adam?
That's what surprised me. I thought the Black Adam movie was going to kind of be inadvertently Shazam 2, but it's looking like that's not the case.
Well, it's two totally different movies. Like Black Adam's going to be far more serious, or it should, this Black Adam movie. And then like the comedy of Shazam, it's going to be a little hard to, but I think they're going to play into each other though. I just want to see, I was saying on our show, I want to see the muscled up Rock playing Black Adam next to foam rubber muscles, Shazam. I just want to see them side by side.
You wait to the end of the show to put the call-in number?
Yep. I sure did.
Someone better fucking call in.
I
wish it was Lance.
Yeah, Lance should call in.
I'm messaging him right now.
Call in.
No, he's on a date with his side booty, because Max is here, so he had to go out with a side booty.
All right, I won't message him. His side booty is important to him.
There you go.
Oh my god.
What? You message him, Kyle.
The asses.
Message him, Kyle.
He's probably in the middle of a movie.
Whatever. Fucking whatever.
Kyle's gonna do it.
Yeah, because I just have no fucks to give.
0 fucks to give. So, Shazam 2, buy or sell?
I'm down. Let's do it.
I'm not. I didn't like Shazam 1.
Matt, I know this is your show and all. You're wrong.
That's all right. I can be wrong. I'm okay with that.
Shazam was fantastic. But it's weird to me that Shazam came out this year. Feels like it came out so long ago.
Yeah.
Was it this
year?
I don't know. I feel like it was last year.
It was April. It was the beginning of April, like 2 or 3 weeks before Endgame.
I feel like it was last year, but you're probably right.
Yeah. feel the same way about Captain Marvel. It feels like it was last year. It was this year as well.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's all in this group chat, but
Everybody.
Just everybody.
I don't know who's in this text message group chat.
The one you messaged in is just Couch Crunchers and Absolute Geek.
I don't have anybody's phone number in this, so
You're good.
sweet.
Anybody else got anything you want to talk about that covers whatever this week? Anything on your mind?
I'm just excited for Witcher. I said it earlier, but I'm just going to throw that out there again. The latest trailer for it dropped yesterday, I think. Oh my gosh, it looks good, man! If you guys
Witcher looks good.
Looks so good.
Yeah,
so good. So that's all I got. I mean, I've got other stuff, but I'll talk about that on Couch Crunchers tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, nice promo.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna. I think I know what Couch Crunchers is gonna be about tomorrow. Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Mandalorian.
Correct.
Crisis.
Incorrect.
Supernatural.
Incorrect.
Pops.
Incorrect.
Now I don't want to see it now.
Lance isn't there, so
Lance isn't on. We are going to talk about a lot of video game stuff. Actually, you know what? I will say this because this is important for geeks. The Xbox Series X was announced.
Oh God.
Yes. It looks like a tower. It looks like a PC
It
tower.
does. And my first thought of that is like, what the hell is Microsoft doing? What is this garbage?
I think they're linking the PC closer to the consoles.
Yeah, I love it now. The more I look at it, the more I like it. But at first,
it's backwards compatible.
Yeah, that's exciting too.
All the controllers, everything.
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering if this is going to be their last console, and they're just going to start making parts and making it upgradable.
I would be totally down with them making it upgradable.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
They may or may not, but I'd be totally down with it.
That'd
be
love
awesome.
The
they make too much money putting out consoles to let you have it like a computer and upgrade and build it.
See, the thing is, they don't make money on the console. They make money on the games. So if they don't have to release a new console and they make you pay $150 for a part that costs them $100 to make, now they're actually making profit.
Yeah, because they're selling these consoles for dirt cheap compared to
they sell them for a loss.
Yeah.
Until a few years in, and then they start to make money because they've got the manufacturing prices down. But at first, like you look at like the Xbox when it came out for $500. I don't know the exact number, but I wouldn't be surprised if it cost them more like $700 or $800 to make one. But they make hand over fist on the games.
Yeah.
That's how
you really
it
think
pays
they
off.
take a loss on the console?
Yeah, I do.
Software's where it's at.
That's why PCs are so expensive. You get a PC a gaming PC that runs just as efficiently as like an Xbox One X, for instance, is going to cost you like $1,200. But you can get an Xbox One X for $500. $1,200 might be a little high, but like to get a graphics card that's going to actually play a game in 4K is going to cost you a pretty penny.
Yeah, a couple $100, $400 or $500.
Yeah, and you can get the console for that. That's why I was doing PC gaming for a while. That's why I switched back to Xbox.
Here, Kyle, let me help you out. I just saw your message. Let me help you out.
He's not going to call in.
No, he's not.
His meat's too small.
But I don't know. I'm excited for the Series X. I have concerns like
Max has barbecued it.
Naming it an X at the end, I think is going to confuse people. You're going to have Grandma, JoJo going to buy her grandson a console next year, and she's going to say, "Yeah, they wanted the Xbox, and they're going to see an Xbox One X and buy that instead of the Series X."
Yeah,
like that's my concern. Is their son's going to say, "Yeah," or their grandson's going to say, "I want the Xbox Series."
They should have just kept it Project Scarlet. Project Scarlet was such a nice name. Like when they had the Xbox One X came out, they have the Project Scorpio. I have the Project Scorpio edition. Like they should have just kept it Project Scarlet instead of Project X.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind the name, but I think it's going to be confusing to people that aren't hardcore.
Or how about the Xbox 1080 or 720 or, go back.
I don't know. I don't see what's wrong with Xbox 4.
Yeah.
PlayStation has it right in that regard.
I love the memes about it though, where it's got a new Xbox underneath it, like a circular glass piece with the PlayStation 5 on top of it, make it look like a table. Or someone's put it in like a kitchen next to the stove, so it looks like a refrigerator.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's I don't know
it's unique looking.
Yeah, but at this point, everything's cross-play, so you might as well just go to you might as well just make the jump to PC, and you can play with everyone on Xbox anyways.
It looks like it's going to look kind of like this.
Yeah.
Like a little bigger probably, but it kind of looks like my speaker.
Looks like someone took a clean Xbox and stood it up on its side.
Yeah, it does actually. I mean, I think it looks cool. It looks like a small tower.
It does.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Kyle's going to buy one day one, he says.
What?
I'm buying one day one. Heck yeah.
Kyle says he's already trying to pre-order it.
If I can take a few days off work when it comes out, I will. That's my jam, though. Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out next March, and I've got 2 days off for it.
Nice.
So stoked for that, man. So stoked.
There you go. But, Kyle, you got anything else you want to talk about tonight?
No, just kind of trying to stall for Lance.
He's not coming.
The first episode of Absolute Geek I ever listened to, you guys talked about something really interesting. You could elaborate on the importance of Batman's root.
Oh, no.
That was a good episode.
That was my first episode, and I was like, what the heck is this show?
Pure awesomeness is what it is. Kyle's leaving now. You've offended him.
Oh, well.
It's going to take more than that, fuckers.
You have offended Kyle.
Batman's root.
Lance isn't calling in, dude. He's not going to.
No, I know he's not.
Don't hold your breath for that.
Was that an episode this year, or was that last year?
I think that was last year, because I heard about you guys near October of last year when we did all the crossovers.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I
it was last year. But
yeah.
Was that long ago?
Yeah, it was last October.
Batman's root.
Yeah, I mean the episode might have been in September, because I know like we were collaborating before we did like the October, AZ Nerdcast month, but
I don't think we went on one. We only went on your guys' podcast.
Really?
Yep.
Oh man, Lance and Jay were on like everybody's.
Nobody wanted us on their show.
I think we're an acquired taste.
Grizzled Geek, Mike's over here like, Yeah, we had Mike on ours. That was good. That was a good show. Except for, and I'm going to throw Cameron under the bus here because it made me laugh at the time. I asked Mike early on in the show, I was doing the interview, asking him, how long you guys been doing this? And Mike replied, and I think at the time it was like 4 years. And then as I was done with my questions, I said, hey, Cameron, do you have any questions for Mike? And he's like, yeah. How long you guys been doing this?
Oh, yeah, he did.
And I was like, dude, I just asked him that. And he answered.
I should have made up a different time just to throw him off.
There you go.
19 years.
Yeah. Oh, I've been doing it since the birth of the internet.
First of the internet. I had a YouTube channel back in 1987 before YouTube existed.
I was doing podcasts back when Nixon was president.
Yeah. There wasn't any film. It was all just words, but, it was all text.
They're in these things called books.
I used to do my tape recorders.
I used to type them out and mail them out to people.
Yep. Record them on tape recorders and just send them out to random addresses.
That's right.
That's your first podcast right there. Cassette cast.
Cassette cast.
When you're making that mixtape.
Yep.
Those are the days, man. Remember when a song would come on the radio and you'd throw your cassette tape in the recorder, hit record, and you're like, yes, now I've got the song.
And you were trying not to get the DJ's voice on it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they always talk over the intro, and you're like, shut up and get off the...
I just want to hear the song.
Oh, those are the days.
Yeah, man, that was a good time.
Kyle's Mega Mix. Kyle's Slow Jams.
1993.
Yeah.
Right. That's how you got girls back then. You sitting on a mixtape.
That's right.
If she was into the same crappy music you're into, then
I legit did that, man. Mixed CDs, but yeah.
This mixtape says about you what I can't put into words.
Boys to Men and REM.
Oh, you can't forget Bone Thugs.
That's right. Throw them in your boombox.
Say anything.
Yep.
Talking about the band Say Anything? I like that band.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What? Did you mute him again?
Yes.
Rude. Rude. And with that, I got to go. Talk to you guys later. I'm out.
Anything else you guys want to talk about tonight before we sign off?
Nope, since nobody called in.
Nobody called in. Womp, womp, womp.
Fucking pansies.
Fucking pansies. What's that number, Kyle?
623-396-6143.
What's next week, Kyle?
Call.
But so
next week is our Christmas special.
That's right. Next week. Thank you for that segue, Kyle. We are we are doing our annual Absolute Geek Holiday special. So guys, make sure to call that number. Give me the number again, Kyle.
623-396-6143.
Try it again, Kyle.
623-396-6143.
There you go. Make sure to call that number and leave us a voicemail letting us know what your favorite episode or favorite moment from this past year of the Absolute Geek is. We will play it live on the show along with the clip that you're.
Is when we say goodnight.
Yeah.
Or if you're lonely in the middle of the night, call the number.
Yeah. Or if you're lonely in the middle of the call the number.
Oh my God! Yes, please. Everybody, crank call that number.
We're gonna play it on the air. We're gonna take your calls live next week while we're doing the holiday special. But the holiday special is usually an episode I look forward to. It's one of our funnest episodes. Just listening back to what your guys' favorite moment of the year was. So again, call that number. We've posted on our Facebook. Kyle said it a couple times. If you're watching the stream right now, it's up. If you're gonna leave a voicemail, get those voicemails in by 3 p.m. on the 20th, so that way we have time to pull the clips and get them ready for the show.
You have to read the Google Translate of them.
Yes, that's always fun too.
Yeah,
the Google Translate is fantastic with those. But yeah, if this is your first time hanging out with us tonight on YouTube, we want to thank you for joining us. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you're listening to this on Monday on any of your podcasting platforms, please make sure to leave us a review and subscribe. It definitely helps us out in the YouTube standings. I want to thank Mike from Grizzled Geek and Max from Couch Crunchers for joining us tonight on the Crisis on Infinite podcast crossover, where we kind of dove in a little bit into the Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover and had a good time with it. I think we had some interesting revelations in tonight's episode between Max and Lance's relationship and, tattoos that may or may not be on someone's body.
We are definitely clipping
they will be on.
Photoshops that are to come and all other kinds of greatness. So for this week's episode of the Absolute Geek Podcast, I'm Matt.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Max.
Mike.
Hey, look at that at the same time. Said, guys, make sure to subscribe to Grizzled Geek. They go on Fridays now before us from 6 to 7, and then you can jump over to us at 7:30, and we'll you can go.
And then every other Saturday you can catch Max.
Well, every Saturday now, right?
Every Saturday now. Yep.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
Every
Welcome
Saturday,
to the
7
weekly
o'clock.
club.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We're still transitioning, as you guys joked earlier. Matt's coming on with just myself next week, but we
still
are
transitioning.
Well, not next week.
Tomorrow. So yeah, you guys can catch me tomorrow night on Couch Crunchers. Maybe I can convince Kyle to join me too.
You're welcome to, Kyle. That'd be fun. Love to have you.
There's Kyle's answer. But thanks everyone for hanging out in the chat, and we'll see you guys next week for the holiday special.
Peace. Keep it bagged and boarded.
That's my line now. I've adopted that.
Oh, did you for the
comic book show?
Peace.